No, we're watching the Chipmunk movie.
Yeah, I just stopped and deleted like 3 minutes of audio just so I could
What?
have to delete.
Come on.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
Mom, please say that.
It's already gone.
I know it's
That's shit we're gonna go back and listen to.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you know what I've been realizing as I went through the band app? We haven't been taking as many pictures as we.
Yeah, you did.
So, do you want me to take a picture like right now and I can upload it to the band app? Try to take a selfie?
Let's do it.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Oh god.
We need a toaster. We should like hold up the toaster.
Wait. I want to do something.
My arm's not long enough.
I'm just gonna write "fuck you, Ryan."
Okay, how about just from like the DM's perspective, I'll take a picture and like. No, I want you all to write "fuck you, Ryan." There we go.
Oh, okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Are we all doing this? Okay.
That's really not going to show there, Ryan. Ryan, sorry. I think you need to get it closer. Well, like I was reading Ryan as I said, was trying to say his name.
I'm getting a marker.
I think Parker's will probably do.
No.
Is that dark enough?
No.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, it's got to be. Oh, hold on, that might work. No, the screen makes it so bright you can't really read it. Let's just wait for whoever wants to get it done first. If you take your hand off the Y, you can definitely read it. Yeah, okay. There we go. Caleb, lean forward a little bit. You're not in. Okay, Jackie, you gotta lean forward a bit, buddy. I think Jackie was in there. Oh, hold on, Emily, raise that higher. Okay, everyone cheese. Okay, we have some good voices. I'm holding my ear right now.
Put the marker down.
If you want, I could stand up. Nah, it's fine. I think the pictures.
I think the
Well, I knew
pictures.
that I took the picture, so.
I mean, you could also say.
Do we have an album for this, or?
No, I made an album of like memes.
That might be a good
I
idea.
thought there was one for the investigator.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Alright, does anyone want this lovely piece of paper? Otherwise, I should throw it away. We should all save.
Look back at that in 10 years.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna open my fucking
Nah.
Well, I'm just gonna keep this in my notebook so
Fuck you, Ryan.
No, just hold on. This is my notes after I've cleaned them out for D&D.
It's like,
I am not adding
Ryan
more
rolls
paper.
like 50 dice, and Parker with his villain that he worked very hard on. He's just, fuck you, Ryan.
Yeah, I just threw away all your. I just.
It should be one of those for fucking every player. Just whenever we do something stupid, fuck you.
A general fuck you?
No.
No, it's a you are. Well, okay. While Parker's working on that, we should probably start off. Okay, so, because, I don't know, I've been really dragging my feet on that one because it's just like I was really enjoying our conversation. So, it happens sometimes. I like talking to you guys sometimes.
Sometimes, oh. He likes us.
Yeah, I know, it's stupid. So, recap. Shit has hit the fan.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Hamish, who did you meet last episode in the grocery store? No one important, right?
Like maybe she just that's what I was gonna say. Maybe she just has a type. Maybe it's the true heir to the DeJourno mansion.
Colt and Gibby and Lennox. Who did you guys run into? Well, I guess you don't know the name of them quite yet. You just knew that there were some guys there.
There's some bad Yelp reviews.
Yeah, some really bad Yelp.
Nicer and easier. Was that what it's called? Nicer and easier?
Yeah, is that what you decided? Like, I think I told you.
Not the nicer and easier.
Yeah, I think I told you, you said you didn't want to do it, and I told you you didn't have to, and you're like, Dylan, they said it's the name now, I have to. Molly, what did you end up fighting at the farm?
The weird dog thing. Yeah, chupacabras. I didn't write it down because
Natural race.
oh my god.
Jack Black jumped in the farm.
Associated with the only we were talking about natural libre earlier. I know.
I saw this meme where it was like there's no Black Panther for Mexicans, and everyone's like, excuse you, Nacho Libre is a very real movie. Not the same. It's not nearly the level of emotional impact as Nacho Libre.
Everyone in Coco is voiced by Jack Black.
Okay. So on top of that, yeah, I am too a little bit. So also, Gold, who did you murder?
Oh my god, I killed a few people.
No, yeah, I was about to say, I was like, yeah, you. The other one was you could argue self-defense. That one was.
And I told you about that. Yeah. You were like, we're gonna do secrets.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
That's right.
I was in the same areas. I should have gone and listened back.
But you were also like in the bathroom at the time, so.
But Molly was there.
We were in a van.
No, she was.
I was
Taking a phone call at the time, so.
Because my phone was being stupid.
I think you could argue that you were maybe not mentally present at the time.
I literally wasn't.
Thinking about
Also, what happened to Gibby?
Yoinks.
Yoinks. Oh god, I should have came up with a kooky or monster this episode. We're all in a very giggly mood.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We gotta rescue Gibby.
Yep, gotta rescue Gibby. So, so you guys decided to go back to the nice and easier after the nice and easier.
Yeah, the nice and easier.
Okay, I'm going off of what Phil says. It's his location, so he really gets to pick. It's his haven. So.
It's employee owned.
There's like 3 aisles. They just have a werewolf in each aisle. Oh god. Okay.
Remember that guy killed himself?
We really
Yeah,
should.
that's brutal.
Yeah.
Those boxers are still there.
You did tell Jorge, Todd, and Sawyer to clean those up, by the way. So, and you guys have been gone for quite a bit because you had quite a big fight at the farm with all the chupacabras, and then more people, you know them as the outcasts, showed up, and Molly threw a grenade into their. I think you threw a grenade in there, right? But you made their truck explode somehow, and I don't remember how you do it.
How did I do it? Yeah, I asked for another grenades. I was like, that sounds right, but what did I get to throw in there that was explosive?
I just remember you blew it up somehow.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, you guys ran into more people out there, and Gibby got captured. And you guys decided, since the Promethean base is not safe, to go back to the nice and easier. We've already established, if you haven't already, I think you guys have, you do heal 1 point. I think most of you have already got it, but just in case, you have healed 1 point. If you heal 1 point and that brings you back over 3-point marks, that doesn't mean you're no longer unstable. You're still unstable if you were at 4 HP and you go back to 3. So you're still unstable. Yeah, you just heal 1.
I chugged my thing, so I am stable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm below the threshold, but I'm still stable.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one fucking. Sharp and charm 3.
Okay. So
Yeah, don't ask me to do any charm rolls.
So you guys have actually been back at the nice and easier for a little bit. Ezekiel, Jen, and Tristan have all shown up per Molly's request. So you did tell her to bring health potions, right?
Yes.
Okay, you did. Okay, so yeah, I'll roll for it.
I did tell her we were real fucked up.
Okay. So it will be. I know you're not traditionally supposed to roll for this, but I thought it was more fun on my end if I rolled for some stuff that
I
wasn't
wasn't rolling
necessarily.
all those places. Like, how many points does this thing bring?
No, I was dumping out my bag because my other 2d6 was at the very fucking bottom of this.
6 potions. 6 hyper potions. 6.
Oh, it's weird. I had a weird prophetic dream about Pokemon last night, and then they announced Sun and Moon today. Sword and Shield. Fuck.
We're going back in time, boys.
What you cheeky cunt.
Okay.
Yeah, they announced Sword and Shield today, and I was like, that was weird.
Is there a Pokemon game set in Australia?
Not yet. Not yet. We were talking
What
about it.
would it be
Hopefully
called?
after all. Oh.
Human, you move.
Human.
The 2 alpha species of the county. Pokemon, Dingo, and Baby.
This is the quality content that I was asking for. Thank you, Parker. No. That's staying. That is staying.
Pokemon is either an actual baby or is it a
Baby, Dingo, or Kanto. Or Spider or some shit.
kangaroo?
A Kanto would be a sick, like, poison type for the They've already made one.
Oh yeah.
Krogan.
But I'm talking not like a Krogan is kind of cool. I was talking like
It's a fat little fucker.
it's just poison type. All you do is bite it and do like poison training and that kind of shit. This is okay.
Whenever it gets hit, it's just poison damage. All Pokemon.
This is canon. You guys are like talking about Pokemon.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Give me.
He's the one up there.
We're looking at the same moon, though. Talking about.
That episode of SpongeBob where a stove. You guys know?
Are we in the? Are we
Yes.
underground?
You guys are in the base. Let's just flavor this a little bit. You guys, when you arrive, the bodies are cleaned up to the best of really their abilities in that short amount of time that we're. Not meant for my eyes. For the short amount of time that you guys were gone. Well, it was improv stuff, not movie stuff. Just like, oh, that's a penis. Well, I feel like if I saw a penis, I wouldn't have casually expressed. But then again, it is YouTube, so like, just been like, oh, that's Caleb's.
This was a little poster of my penis.
It's a Caleb's
Has to be that.
gay
It's
position.
or a prank.
No, hold on. It's like some tasteful boudoir.
Yeah.
Oh, later?
I'll see.
Not for my eyes.
Not meant for my eyes, you think?
That's what girls know what they're gonna
Yeah. It's like everyone here. Okay, so. Okay, so when you guys get there, the bodies have been cleaned up to the best of the ability. Jesus Christ, I may not ever reach this. The bodies have been cleaned up to the best of their ability. There is still blood, but like the main goo of the body, like of the bodies are gone. Mostly they haven't really been dealt with though properly. Sawyer and Jorge just brought them into the basement, and like they've got them out of like the general area of the nice and easy, so people can just look at it and be like, oh, those are fucking bodies. So those are out of the way. You get back. Jorge is still trying to mop up blood, because that's everywhere. And when you guys get there, you guys have Sophie and Tommy with you guys as well. Sophie relayed to you all that happened with Gibby when he got taken, and Todd hasn't been really helping all that much because he got pretty traumatized by what happened. He's actually in shock. Is pretty honest. He's been just down in the basement and just kind of sitting there. Jorge put one of like those, like how in TV shows people like get those blankets around them. He just put like a little blanket over Todd and called it good. And Todd's just kind of been, yeah.
Actually, though, blankets are real great once you're traumatized. They're like very nice.
Okay, so Tristan, Jen, and Ezekiel have all shown up. They said that they haven't come across anything quite like that yet. Like no assassins have come for them yet. And when they get there, Tristan does bring a couple of health potions. I think she brought about, based on the roll I got, brought about 4. So that means 4 of you can heal with health potions. And if you guys remember the rules for that, I do believe it's either you heal 2 harm or you become stable.
Either or.
Either or.
I'm good, so you guys.
I will.
Well,
I take one.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so you guys are all good? So
Yeah,
like
no,
we're the only 2 that need them?
Full health.
Each take 2. I have 2 armor. I have already chugged a health potion. Health potion. I just wanted. Sorry, let me clarify. I previously spent a resource on a health potion that I had in.
You could have used to him.
Yeah. You're like double fisting to him.
How long would it take?
I think that's gonna take some time to fully patch yourself up.
Okay.
What is the rules for your
I
fighting
am
set?
stable
It just
because
says-
that's what I drank 1 earlier. So I can drink 1 and I'll only have 2 harm. So I can save mine extra 1.
Hold on. People tell you how long indications recovery.
Okay, I think especially with you, you were hit with a lot of silver weapons from what I remember. So a lot of silver weapons are gonna take a long time to heal. Especially even if you're going into the infirmary. So for you, I'd say it's probably gonna take quite a bit of time, and that doesn't seem like time you have quite at the moment. So health potion is probably your best bet for any.
I'll save 1.
So how much time do you have?
I will have 2 harm.
Okay.
And I'm just maintaining my armor at
Oh,
all
you
times.
sent it to me? Okay.
For the record, I am maintaining my armor at all times right now. Not turning it off globally.
You can go ahead and shoot yourself. Okay.
You only have 2.
Yeah, because Ryan is one of mine.
That's right.
And then also,
Okay, that sucks though. I feel like any luck points should be taken from their original character sheet.
that's how it works.
We've had each other's shit. Okay, so
We should kill Ryan.
yeah, you guys have no idea where Butch is right now.
Wasn't Butch kind of gone last week too?
Yeah, Butch was gone last session. So this works out really well for him to be gone for this one as well. So we don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Tristan.
You have all the
I always
Prometheans.
forget.
Jen?
Neil and Jen.
I always forget. Okay. What about the cat now? Are they here?
Yeah, they're here. The cat and Noel the owl are here as well. The cat's being a cat. The cat kind of jumped up on one of the counters and is sitting there. Noel the owl has perched herself on top of your refrigerator you have down there.
Are we all here?
And I think just for clarification, how much? Actually, no, we can role play it out. So Ezekiel just kind of sits himself at one of the chairs in the cellar and just says, "Well, I suppose we should figure out what we're going to do about the situation and try to figure out who exactly we're all dealing with here. What have you guys learned so far?"
Me. Yeah. Those 2 over there.
You're gonna have to be more specific if you want, and say their names out loud.
Right. Sorry.
It's okay.
He's blind.
Thanks. Sophie and
Right. I do remember. I don't think I've ever met Tommy before. Tommy.
Who's
Sorry, it doesn't help that there's a Todd, a Tom, and a.
No,
Yeah.
What the
So these outcasts, what are their capabilities so far that you've seen?
Well, they've been following me, and they've got some pretty heavy,
Okay. Do they have any more methods of tracking you that you were aware of?
well, thought they were going after my fly, but they haven't gotten here yet, so I think that was it.
It can't get here. We should take out vampires.
No, they're not vampires, they're just people.
Well, that helps us a little bit.
So are we dealing with vampires as well?
Those people knew where the farm is.
Which one? Yeah. What about those
What
guys?
kind of weapons did you say that those people came after you? You said something about silver weapons?
I got silver weapons.
I got a pack of chupacabras.
Okay. Ezekiel kind of frowns as well, he just does this as he sits on the table thinking pretty hard. The people that might have come after you, Colt, I think that they're another group of monster hunters as well, but they aren't exactly as well. I guess the word I'm looking for is able to see the gray in the world. They're called the Silver Knife. They hunt exclusively werewolves, and they're based off of a little militia down south. I wouldn't say they're quite as organized as other monster hunting communities, but they're dangerous still nonetheless. And they came after you with silver weapons. And how many of them attacked you?
Here.
And did any of them get away?
Here?
You called them the Silver Hand?
Silver Knife.
Silver Knife.
They're pretty straightforward. I mean,
No, there's just
These folks.
all I can really tell you about them is that they will have basic military gear and, of course, silver weapons, which would be dangerous to any of the werewolves that we have in our group. So it's very lucky that you got out of there unscathed for the most part, well, at least alive.
Yeah, sure feel like.
And Molly, you said you were attacked by a troop of cabras, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called out of character. Fuck. Did I call Tristan or Jen?
You called Jen. She didn't know, so you called another person
Right. Okay.
who gave you more information.
Yes. Okay. I already called Jen about them, so she knows.
Well, the problem with chupacabras is that they tend to be very large in number. Colt, how many? You said that you were managed to kill quite a few of them with magnesium flares, right? How many of those do you have left? Yeah. I would like you to roll preparedness. By the way, we won't be doing any of like the pre stuff. Your like visions or your help from your 11. So you have it. I'd say that from an 11, like I know this isn't necessarily like the flavor of the roll, like the text. I'd say that you'd have quite a bit of magnesium flares, and if you needed some more, you'd be able to make them more. I'd say just for like, so you have like an exact number, I'd say that you have like 15. Okay, so that's good. Those would be helpful for, you said that there was vampires as well on top of this.
Yeah.
And that's what took Gibby? Right. And this one was able to teleport.
That's right.
Well then, we're dealing with very powerful vampires and not just our average run-of-the-mill. Parker, I would like you to roll investigate a mystery. 10.
cool. I don't swap.
Alright. So you can kind of ask any of those questions you're able to ask too. Ezekiel might be able to answer more about those vampires.
What sort of creature, Ezekiel?
Well, from what I know is that regular vampires are not able to teleport, or as you said, you felt that it entered your mind. You said earlier, you said they entered your mind and forced you to transform. Well, then, this isn't just one vampire that was bitten by another vampire and drank its blood and converted. This is what they would call a pure blood vampire. They were, it's the offspring of two vampires, and they can be a lot more powerful than the other ones. They can teleport, they can, well, I suppose. That's actually a different role right there, but he says that they're a lot more, pure blood vampires are a lot more powerful than your average run-of-the-mill vampires, but they might have additional powers that you may not know of because they are also very skilled in magic. So Ezekiel tells you from that is that, so sunlight, while that normally kills a vampire, they might have some sort of protection lined up against that. The only surefire way that we know of is wooden stake.
Yeah, so what can it do?
Well, like you've seen, it can teleport, it can make thralls. Pretty good at making thralls. It can also control lesser vampires, so that would be one vampire that is drinking blood. And chupacabras are a form of lesser vampire, so it would be able to control those.
Vampires and werewolf hunters. Anything else? Hamish?
Just the outcast.
Can you explain to me exactly what you mean when you say just the outcasts?
What I fucking know so far, outcasts were people who were in cult mechanicus and got normally that doesn't happen. They fucking kill anyone who wants to get out. And they're here after us because we have a bounty on our heads apparently.
And Tristan looks at you for a moment. So you've told everyone.
Oh,
Colt already knew. Someone told him.
I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
we can work our way around that.
Real fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, they currently have shovels in their possession.
The outcasts, or I thought you said he was taken by a vampire.
Vampire.
Right. And I wouldn't say, Molly, it'd be smart to go ahead and follow them because they're probably expecting that.
Yep, that I learned.
So I suppose what we could do is, well, while it might be difficult, we could get one of the chupacabras and perhaps get some sort of method of tracking it. We can follow it back to its den. And perhaps where its den is at is where we can find the vampires. Does that sound like a
How fast are chupacabras?
pretty darn fast?
Would they already be back there?
Could be.
Because I don't know if we got all of the ones that were at my place.
Quick question. Quick question.
Yeah.
What's my eye seeing right now?
Your eye seeing, I'm going to tell you, since it's not your dominant eye, it's not going to affect any of your stats. Seeing right now, you threw it out of a car, right?
Yeah.
You don't really see a lot because you threw it into a ditch. So it's kind of like half vision, like you can tell that it's kind of like halfway looking in the ground, but also like part of it is just like looking at some grass. It's pretty blurry. So I can say that's a little disorientated, and I'm going to tell you right now that you don't really see anything going on in that. So luckily, since you don't see much going on in that eye, it's not terribly disoriented. It's not trying to like watch two different movies at the same time.
Yeah.
And Molly, you were asking about if you could what now with the chupacabras?
If I could teleport to one of the ones I've seen before.
What are your rules for teleportation again?
Let's see. Oh, it says to a person I don't know.
Yeah,
So I don't
probably
think
wouldn't
that'd
work for a monster. So
No. Nah. Wouldn't work.
okay. Well, the chupacabras seem to be going after you all, so maybe if we can. Hamish, would you happen to have a tracking device of some sort?
Do I?
Or premise, you have that, right?
Prefer-
Yep.
No one's special.
Is that sharp or?
That's so sharp.
Okay, so you have a tracking device and something that you'd be able to like tag into a chupacabra if we get close enough to it.
I don't know who you have. He has one right here. I don't know where it is for a tracking.
If you want to, you can.
Can shuffle.
We're gonna wait for Shuckle.
Can Molly roll
13.
prepare?
Got 13, so yeah, you have one.
Why don't you use mine?
Right.
You don't quite know what.
Well, we can track more than one in case one of them gets away or the tracker falls off. So it's good that we have a backup.
So you told them about Joel?
Oh, Joel's dead.
Jen
What?
looks horrified the moment you say that.
I look horrified too, and I'm making eye contact with Jen.
Okay. Jen sits at the table like this and goes, okay, well, one thing at a time. One, there's not assassins trying to kill us. We'll talk about that.
A little bit.
Okay, let's actually cut to Gibby.
He's looking for a tracking device.
Not doing that at all.
He has
Oh, you might want to say that. Well, so, Gibby, what happened exactly after you were grabbed and dragged out of the car and teleported away? You're not exactly sure. It feels like just this haze to you. It feels like you, like, you know, when you wake up in the morning and your brain is still connecting. It feels like that, but like your mind has been doing this for a very extended period of time. And you get like little flashes of things here and there. You wake up and like a little bit of a flash, and you see this really like kind of Victorian style house. And going out to through the driveway there, and it's a house that you're somewhat familiar with, but you can't exactly put your finger on it. And then you kind of just black out again, and you wake up, and you're in this immaculate dining room that is a lot more is very dimly lit with candlelight throughout, and has a lot of red color scheme in like the drapes and the decorations. You see like this very long table with these very old looking goblets and silver plates and silverware. And you're kind of just like in this haze as you're being brought through the house. And some of it is striking you as familiar as you go because you've been here before, but you don't know exactly what it is per se. You see, like for a brief moment, you see a chupacabra just walk in front of you, but it doesn't seem to register you as an enemy at all, and or even really take notice of you.
move at all?
To talk about that, it feels like when you do move, it feels like you're kind of a passenger in your own body. It feels like kind of just like you're sitting in a pool underwater. It doesn't obscure your vision, but it feels like you're just floating in your own head. And when you move, it feels like your hands and feet are made out of lead as you try to move. And it doesn't seem like your own words are coming out of your own mouth.
I was hoping so.
Yeah, like
Is
even like yeah.
there anyone around?
There actually is. You see, of course, the lady that grabbed you, and she's very well dressed, and very fancy looking lady. Not pantsuit. It's actually a very like you're surprised that she's wearing a dress right now, and based on like the fighting that she's been doing with you guys, but she's been wearing a very beautiful red dress on for the moment. And as you are brought into kind of the main area of this house, there's this grand staircase, and you notice that there's these two. They're not elderly, but they do look like they're somewhat middle-aged. But it doesn't look like the age has affected them all that much. It's kind of like one of them is a man. He's kind of got that Howard Stark vibe to him with the salt and pepper hair and very fancy clothing. He's wearing a tuxedo and carrying this goblet of red liquid, which I guess you can definitely tell is blood. And alongside with him is an older woman, not older than him, but still kind of in that middle age range. Her hair looks like it has slight gray to it, but both of their gray hair, it doesn't seem to make them feel super ancient, and kind of makes them feel like they're a bit more wise. And they still look very attractive and good looking. And so as you look at them, you're kind of hearing words like mumbled through you. It's like I said, once you're underwater, you hear kind of this mumbling when you hear people talking above the surface, but can't really quite make out what they're saying, and your mind just feels heavy as you kind of drift off again. And then you wake up once more, just in this bedroom. Your arm, which hurt terribly before you were grabbed, it has absolutely no pain to it, and as you look over at it, it seems that it's had some dressing onto it, bandaged up, but you wouldn't be able to really tell from this current moment in your haze of how well it's dressed up. And you just kind of lay there for a moment, and you're kind of in this bed for a while as you're just in this haze and staring up at the ceiling. And yeah, you're there for a while, and then finally you're kind of snapped out of it by a woman that you've never seen before. Not the one that took you or the older woman, but it's she looks fairly young. I'd say about probably around your age. She kind of has a shorter cut black hair. I'd say like kind of like a boy's haircut. She doesn't look nearly as elegant as the other ones. She kind of has a little bit of a punk rocker dress to her. She's got kind of like the leather jacket that only goes like to her ribs, and then like a striped shirt underneath, and black jeans, and one of those kind of a little bit of an obnoxious belt that sometimes people wear, and those very like high boots, like black leather boots. Not up to her. She's not in a boot walking around. It's like, who needs the rest of your clothes when you just got a boot? I want to apologize for my voice again, by the way, guys. I might blow it out pretty easy, so I'm not going to do very flamboyant voices for you guys today. But I'll try my best. And if I do, I can. So she kind of shakes you awake and looks deep in your eyes. She has this very striking blue eyes as she's looking at you. And it seems like she's saying something. Can't really quite make out what she's saying, though. And but then all of a sudden it's like you are pulled out of the water, and the lead is sucked out of your body, and the pain in your arm all of a sudden just flares back up again. And like as you're about to kind of like flinch or say something, she puts a hand over your mouth and says, "You very calm right now. Can you? When I'm going to take my hand off your mouth, and you gotta promise me that you're not going to scream."
Why would I scream? That seems like an overreaction to what just happened.
I'm just saying you might freak out because you're in a very strange place right now.
Well, I'm freaked out, but
Okay,
who
so
are you?
okay, well, my name's Morgan. Nice to meet you. Gibby, right?
My friends call me Giovanni.
Right, Gibby. So Okay, so lots happening right now. To put it very quickly, you've been kidnapped and are being held prisoner right now at this manor right now. And as I think you are pulled out of this haze, you are able to piece together the places that you are. You are in the house where well, I did not write it down in the notes.
Kashi the Deathless?
Where Kashi the Deathless built his palace. So as you you're there you realize that it's been brought back somehow and has been kind of remodeled. For it's not nearly as I think the word it's under
90s.
yeah no longer has that 90s aesthetic to it and looks like it's actually being taken care of again. But that being said, it seems like there's been just quite a change in style to even push further the elegance of this house. And a lot of the windows you see are no longer wide open. They've been closed shut with red shades. And it seems like this house is pretty dark except for the sparse candlelight throughout. Yeah, you were just in one of the rooms. You can tell that this is a room of just one of the bedrooms that was destroyed when you guys were chasing around this Kashi's soul in the chicken, in the turkey, in the turducken. That's the proper word. Yep. So you can tell that there was a little scrapes and bumps in this place, but it seems like they've been all repaired and taken care of. And yeah, so she says, okay, so I'm just going to need you to stay calm. My name is Morgan. The woman who kidnapped you is my mom. Her name is Jasmine.
That does not give us a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I'm not really confident about this either, but here we go.
Wait, so are you a vampire too then?
She kind of just gives you a little smile, and you see pointy teeth, and says, yes, that's a vampire. Yeah. So, you were taken by my mother. Why? You know?
She kind of fucked with us. I don't know what day it is, but before I got
You've only been here for about an hour.
That can't be true.
Yeah, about an hour. You haven't been here very long.
It was like a couple of weeks. She went to my friend's mind and made him turn into a werewolf. So I got a couple of Sims out of the war zone, if you like my expression.
Okay.
And then when I got to a secret hiding spot, he grabbed me. Why should I trust you though?
Well,
Why are you trying to help me? I don't even know what's going on.
well, I am trying to help you. I'm gonna get that out of the way right here. You don't have a lot to really. I don't know. I can't really give you my word because I am a vampire. Well, we can, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, God, this is so weird.
Is it true you sparkle?
I mean, yeah, I wish. No, we don't sparkle. But I am trying to help you because my mom is kind of a fucking asshole, as you. Well, you know. No, not my mom. Not my mom.
Yeah, no, I didn't say anything over 7 pounds, but yeah, she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah, no, I agree. God, and so, what she was trying to do to you is she was trying to make you a thrall. She entered your mind or some shit, and I snapped you out of it. Is what I did. So, what I'm trying to do here is, I kind of need, your guys' help. You have that little blonde girl who slays vampires?
Kind of an oily girl.
An oily girl?
She looks a little oily.
Is she blonde?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're talking about the same person here, Lennox, right? She likes pizza. Okay. Well,
I bet you she looks really beautiful today. Go ahead.
are you normally like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just look wrong, man.
I mean, fair enough. So what I'm going to need from you exactly is that, well, I can't get you out of here because they're going to know it was me, and then probably kill both of us. And this plan that I'm coming up with, which more and more by the minute I'm starting to regret coming up with, this plan relies on them thinking that you're a thrall and that I am still on their side.
How do I act like a thrall?
Well,
Zombie, like,
no, you don't really like moan and groan. You just kind of, just kind of have that vacant look in your eyes and just kind of nod and say okay to things. Like, can you do that to me? Give me like a really glassy look and just say okay. Okay, so they're gonna just be giving me orders. They're probably gonna maybe ask you some stuff. Just tell them to the best of your ability. But what I need from you right now, while we're talking in private, is that I need some sort of proof that when I go to your friends, that you are on my side and they don't just kill me immediately.
I guess if I give you anything, I'm not gonna think that you just killed me and took that from me.
Well, I have my phone. Do you want to make a video and tell them that?
Sure, let's make a video.
Okay. By the way, just before you ask, vampires do show up on film.
So I make the video. It's too short. No,
Okay.
let's get it.
No, I don't want to do. I don't want to know the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you filmed the video. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Oh man.
I would actually
So,
how to flip this. I think that you want to like really sell it.
I'm gonna try and sell it, but it's gonna come off. I'm sure anyone's gonna be like,
as like gunpoint.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Okay, so
We'll just have to react to it.
I want you to roll plus charm just to see how convincing your video is.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you make a halfway decent video. You go through it a couple of tries because, like, just, I don't know, like, and her just like being like, okay, that wasn't good enough, and then just going through it again and trying to sound as convincing as possible, and it gets. And after she finally gets one, it's like, so do you want to do one of the silly faces now? Or? Okay. I mean, that was a joke, but anyway, so she puts her phone away and says, all right, so they're probably going to come for you in a little bit. What I'm going to tell you is just act pretty vacant. Just do whatever they say.
do I say the truth always, or do I just tell my friends?
Well, they're gonna. I guess they wouldn't maybe know if you're lying if they think you're a thrall. I guess you just gotta sell that you're a thrall. I mean,
I'm a really good liar too.
are you?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna make you roll because she's technically a monster.
I was lying.
I wasn't gonna make you roll there, so she's just like, well, you're gonna have to be if you're not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this video and hopefully not get shot by your friends immediately with well, everything they got. I'm gonna try to show them this video and listen, I know you don't have a lot of research. Oh, okay, you're practicing.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit more like yeah, I actually think that's pretty good. Maybe lose the smile as you do it.
It's fast. This is so much fun.
Just like, are you actually saying "gibby" as this person? Okay, I have to ask.
Oh, I guess I can say shut the
Okay, so just like try to seem very, kind of have a blank expression, vacant eyes.
Wait, are we still on the regular plane? We're not like Bobby Alex's backyard, are we?
No, from what I can tell, this place was in that area, and they just brought it back here somehow. It took a lot of magic, but they brought it here.
Hey,
There was like this little magic projector thing that I was showing this place before, and then they figured that out and then just brought the actual place back here. My family likes to have elegant surroundings.
No, Morgan, I just want to tell you, I'm pretty tough. I could probably just take out all the vampires here myself.
I'm going to tell you right now, no, you can't.
Okay. That's not have like my multi.
And that would be a preparedness roll to see if you have any weapons of any sort on you. And if you did, they would be very limited.
That's a 10.
Then, okay, so you'd have a lot of your smaller weapons.
So like my multi-tool, would I have my crutch?
You probably wouldn't have your crutch.
Okay, so I have my multi-tool. Do I have my nunchucks? Those are Wii nunchucks.
Yeah, I'd say that since you have a 10 on your preparedness roll, you would still have your Wii nunchucks on you.
Okay. I assume I won't have a sword or.
You wouldn't have your sword or anything like that.
Okay. Do I have my van?
You don't have your van. Just like base items that you could probably put in a pocket. Sure. Is pretty much what you have at this point.
Good.
So, right, okay.
Let's do this thing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave at a certain time from you. You just lay here until they come for you. Really, because if you're just walking around, by the time they get you, they know something's gonna be up. They give you orders to stay here.
So I just have to stay staring at the ceiling?
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, I'll just go through the old conversations I used to have with Colt.
As soon as you do that, she goes and leaves the room. Yeah.
Who put you on this thing? I've never seen that so.
Yeah, I know what you're referencing. Okay, so let's come back to you guys. I suppose you do have quite a bit of time to, well, not quite a bit of time. I'd say like it's been about another half hour. So like, what do you guys, if you guys are doing anything, trying to prepare for your next fight?
Oh, and I'm getting a bunch more wooden stakes.
Okay, Lennox, I suppose that you two are probably going to be making some more wooden stakes. You really just have like the one, and so you know what? For the sake of the pun, let's have you let's have one of you make a plus sharp roll, and another one of you make a help out roll.
What is help out?
Cool, I think.
I'm equal in both of those.
Same.
I'm +1 in both.
So cool that help out.
Works for me.
Cool. Not good.
Sorry.
What roll for your help out?
That'd be a 5.
Our experience. So you managed to make about 2 more wooden stakes. You would have made you would have been
3
able
and
to
then
make
my
3, but as you hand one to Molly, and Molly, you haven't really whittled all that much. You kind of just, with your strength, you accidentally break the stake in half, and it doesn't even like make it like a sharp cut. It's just a it's like a little nub that you wouldn't even be able to grasp in your hand on either side. So you have 2 wooden stakes, and Molly broke one.
What are we doing?
wooden stakes. I hold one up.
You hold one of the good ones up or the broken one?
Good one.
Okay, the good one. If you want like the context of it, I'd say that it's like it's not like this long.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Do you have a certain do you have a certain move for this kind of stuff, like or anything in your haven that would help you with making your wooden stakes? Nope.
I'll let you.
Okay, so I wouldn't say since this is something you're trying to build, I would say, well,
No, I have a workshop.
you have a workshop.
I have a space for building and repairing those cars and other gadgets, and I assume
Yeah, I'd say that you'd be able to make a couple of wooden stakes. I won't even make you roll for it. Like you're trying to make just wooden spears. Yeah. What furniture exactly are you?
I'm working on
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'd say with your workshop. Yeah, I'd say from your workshop. Let me pull up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all ever make balsa wood race cars in high school?
Yeah.
Yep.
recording.
And then you'd like stick the
We
CO2.
have balsa wood. We only have two kinds of sandalwood and the kind that he just hung himself from.
Anyway.
So, tags list. Okay, so I'd say that you're able to make 3 spears out of all this stuff. Let me just pull up the tags list to see what they all
I got this 10 grand. That's a 10
We don't
grand.
have 10 grand.
I do.
What?
Yeah, I ain't more. I did. I sold my van.
Alright, so
Look, I was just fucking gone.
wait, isn't that a piece of
Not anymore.
have. Not anymore. Not after what you
Mr. Colombo thinks I still work there.
You're not sheriff anymore.
I was
The
pardoned.
badge I
I was pardoned. This isn't yours.
made. I just like to say I was still sheriff and we'll see if people believe me.
That's sheriff. What the fuck?
Brian, who's sheriff of Vermilion Go? That's right, Cameron Citizens doesn't give a shit.
Exactly.
Okay, finally, I can
I'm
find that.
gonna make up a name.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know. You're just like, Tyler
Okay, so
Woods.
So for the wooden stakes, I'm going to say that is the tags for that are 2 harm. So Lennox, Molly, you guys write that down. I'm guessing you guys gave yourselves the 2 wooden stakes that wanted to make.
Wooden stake. 2 harm.
2 harm, hand. Not for your spears. So right now, just 2 harm, hand, wooden. I'd say that this is a smaller weapon that you'd be able to conceal on you guys.
So what's that tag?
Small.
And what's the spear?
The spear, it's gonna be 2 harm as well, and wooden as well, but it's going to have. Where's it at? Far is like a sniper rifle.
That's how blind.
600 foot.
He took one of the support beams. We need to rebuild the place again, but we have a really low.
Yeah. It's just a couple of
I'd say that for the spear you have
touches them because of it.
2 harm, wooden, and close. Which close it gives you a little bit more reach. That'd be like it's the difference between like a dagger and a sword essentially, but like spears still in the range of close. So it means you wouldn't have to get exactly in their melee range. You could still kind of skirt out of it if you're attacking with your wooden spear. However, yeah.
In answer to the question that we were all wondering, it is Andy Howe. Andy Howe is the sheriff.
And wow.
We know now.
Okay, so who's all getting spears and stakes?
I got 3 of them. I will give the Dallas. And I will keep myself. Perfect. Okay, he's just gonna sit on my field and shoot at me.
You got the stats for that? Because I'm about to cross it
Yeah,
off.
I already have it.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys have all gotten prepared to go. Jorge Jorge and Sawyer look to you both. They say, is there well, this is Jorge speaking. Is there anything you want us to do? I mean, I'm too just standing here. Yeah. So we got the bodies down here. What do we do with them from here? Wait, how often does Sharp?
So what you're gonna do? I think you might keep him in his room.
Wait, he keeps bodies in his room?
I think what we do. There's some.
What a fucking weirdo.
There's some tubs. No, not the bodies. There's some tubs.
Oh, he keeps the stuff. Okay, that
There's
makes a
some.
lot more sense.
But they're gonna be about just
there's a lot of bodies.
There's some car battery acid that's over at our shop. Fill that up and
I guess I can do that.
then when you're done, you're gonna dump it out into their
Are you sure you should put that stuff down in the bathtub?
well, yeah, that you go and buy
I'll figure something out. This is Jorge. And Sawyer just kind of gives you a look like, just kind of nods and says, I'll.
Make sure this cat's gone when I get back.
The cat on the counter. Why? Fair enough. As while this is going on, and Jorge's learning the valuable lesson of
Melting
bodies.
How we take care of all the bodies. If you guys don't like it, that's how we've done it. Oh yeah, he's just. You guys don't know that.
Yeah.
You just killed him somewhere, so we assume you just.
Kristen is up with you, Hamish, saying you guys are climbing the stairs and getting your trackers ready. So I'm guessing about as soon as we get out of here, those things are gonna probably pick up on your guys' scent and be right over to you. What you pretty much just got to do is get a tracker on them, and then we gotta get the hell out of there. All right. So Colt he's coming, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a couple of them are gonna come for you. I'm gonna recommend not killing the ones that have trackers on. Just be careful. And then get back here as soon as possible, as soon as you get the trackers on you. But try to lose them if you can, because they might just stay out here and not go back to their base. So give them a little bit of a fight, but don't kill them. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, we were saying make a fight, make a show of it so that they don't just follow you back here.
Just checking in. And I'll be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So Tristan takes you further aside.
I'm glad you heard that.
I got
I wasn't whispering it.
So
You just went asshole. Laughing. I went.
Did he tell you why? Who pulled the weapon first? I mean, he didn't tell you anything other than that? Like that he just killed him?
Just said he pulled a silver knife on him so he could carry a knife and someone told him that he was a werewolf. He's forgetting that Joel was a werewolf.
Yeah, Joel was there when he transformed. I mean, Gibby got out of there because of Joel.
Yeah.
So.
Colt is one of the most paranoid human beings I've ever met.
No, I'm starting to realize that. Listen, there's a lot we don't know about Colt or Jolt.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really know what Jolt was. We tried everything to kind of test what we could, but I mean, I've never really heard of what kind of spell Colt did to bring him back. I mean, there's not a lot of cases of, soul transfers into a jacket and then the jacket coming to life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, maybe Jolt did attack him, and because we don't know what he was, but I mean, I don't know what losing your soul can do to you. I mean, we don't have the same kind of, soul as you guys do, but I mean, there's something in there. I mean, we don't know where we go when we die, but listen, if it wasn't so fucked up right now, we'd really dig into this. But I mean, if you don't mind me asking, you're okay with just keeping Sophie and that little boy downstairs? Yeah, we would. I mean, we don't want them out in this. By the way, you might want to, just for some friendly advice, I know that the outcasts are checking you, but I mean, your organization's going to be checking you as well. And if you don't report, Right. So, well, maybe best place to go looking for the chupacabra is back at the farm. There wasn't anyone still there, was there? Well, you might want to maybe use this opportunity to go get her. Maybe bring Molly with you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stay back here. So we're gonna try to keep this place on lockdown, and not let anyone really come in. So, yes, good luck to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the farm. If that's alright with you. Because it's really chupacabras for our
Alright.
class.
Are you coming?
Yeah,
Josh, just pull me up.
I got the tractor.
Okay. Well, you're gonna need my help to get onto the farm, so. Anyone else coming?
Yes, we're bringing Hamish with.
I can get him on.
I'll let you drive.
You're driving. Okay. So everyone all going with?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys pile into the car, your Jeep, and drive out to the farm. You notice that the roads are pretty barren right now. It's getting pretty late at night. So right now it's just the yellow stoplights are blinking. And so you guys are making your way out to the farm, no trouble.
I just want to ask Molly for that fucked up steak.
Fucked up state.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over.
Can I try wrapping my chain around it? And just
So you want to try to attach that broken stake onto your chain?
Yeah.
The same place where your knife was?
no.
Because I'm going to tell you, it's probably going to either be the knife or the stake.
No, I'm testing to see if I can reinforce it so that it won't break as easily when I do that.
You mean wrap the chain
Yeah,
around?
that's what I mean.
Yeah, you mean wrap.
hang out the stab of it like that. So it's not like you're broken in half. So
Okay, so
No,
you're
no, no. I'm testing it out on the small one, so I can try it on the spear maybe.
Okay, what I'll tell you about the small one is that the chain, even though you wrap it around there, it still kind of slips a little bit, and it doesn't have a lot of area to grip on this little small.
Oh yeah,
piece.
with the knife I actually have a clamp thing.
Oh yeah, clamp. Okay.
That's how I can keep the knife on the end of my chain.
So I think, so what you're doing is you're wrapping the chain around, pulling on the chain to see if it snaps the stake in half.
Yes.
Okay, so you're testing that. What I'd say from that, it's a pretty small piece of wood, and sometimes it's kind of hard to like break down smaller sticks. The more you get, and so when you do pull on it, it doesn't break again. So, but like I said, it's a smaller piece of wood, and they don't break quite as easy.
When I unwrap it, is there any marks on the side of the wood?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I might do that on the spear then, just for a better grip.
So if you're gonna do that, let me pull up your real quick. I really should mark it. If you're gonna do that. What you can add just as a tag to your spear, since you're giving yourself a lot more grip, give it the balance tag on your spear as well. That'll make it easy to wield and keep your grip on. Just for future reference. If let's just say you roll like 6 on your kick some ass, and I tell you, oh, the spear flies out of your hand, you might say, whoa, 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 Dylan, it's got the balance tag. That means I can hang on to it pretty well. So that's kind of just what that text is there for. I'm just imagining this. We're just like about 6 people in a car with just a bunch of sticks.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Yeah. This is like 6 people in a Jeep at like 2 in the morning with a bunch of sharp sticks. Yep.
All right, we
Yep.
on.
Yep. I'd say at this point, what you guys are doing this on the way there. So you guys are at the farm right now.
In order to get him in, I have to teleport him in.
Okay. So you guys make it to the property of the farm. Establish that you don't get instantly vaporized the moment you cross the line, or it's like this immovable wall. It stretches a little bit, and so Lennox, you pull up, and Hamish starts going like this as he's going in there, and you have to back up a little bit, and it's like you're trying to go through a bowl of pudding as you're pulled back out, and Probably chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. So yeah, you guys are at the property line. What I can tell you about this place is that you don't see any chupacabras at the moment. Mm, actually, I'll wait a little bit on that. You get, yeah, you're all at the property line. The lights, some of the lights are still on in the house. What do you guys do?
I have to teleport you in.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm not super great at it.
Okay. Alright. Well,
You ready?
can I really help out?
No, not
Oh,
really.
okay.
What is it?
So,
So that's an 8.
Okay, so what is it on the success for your teleport?
We either don't manage it or we separate it.
Okay, so you just place your hand on Hamish and he just pops away, and you're still in the van as Hamish is popped into the farmhouse. And Hamish, as soon as you're popped in, I would like you to roll investigate a mystery. Okay, so basically what you see right now is that you've been inside this house before, and you notice that this place is absolutely trashed. You can tell that the door has been kind of pushed in, and use one of your bolts if you want to learn anything more.
what is being
Okay, so what is being concealed here is that you see a little laptop computer on the dinner table. It's one of the only things that isn't kind of just knocked over in this place. And you see that there's a video waiting to be loaded on the computer.
Are we drunk?
And so as you're playing it, no, we won't wait for all of them to know. This is something that you'll know. So you see, as soon as the video plays, you see someone kind of adjusting the camera in the video as they back away from it. The person who is backing away from it, she has a darker skin. Her hair pulled back into a ponytail, has a scar along her face like this. She has a very sharp and angular face, and just this kind of regal nose and intense eyes. And she's wearing what looks to be kind of a little bit like this old-fashioned armor on her. And as soon as she turns on the camera, you can immediately see in this video that there are quite a few people tied up in the background of this video.
Where's the video? Like, what's the background?
The background of this video, the location of where this place is not the farmhouse. It is. It looks to be kind of like a little bit of a warehouse vibe. Because a lot of this place is empty, but there's lots of rafters and what looks like machinery up top of the rafters in this place. And so as you're looking at that, mostly though you notice that this place is pretty vacant, has a cement floor, and there's about 7 people tied up to chairs, and I'd say that each one you recognize.
Okay.
You recognize immediately before this person even starts talking that Molly's brother is tied to a chair, and along with you know him because he was your boss. You see him gagged, and he has this big wound on his head that's bleeding, and his head is just kind of pointed down, but you're still able to recognize him from his kind of general body type. And you briefly met his girlfriend, who is in the chair next to him as well. She doesn't look like she's nearly as badly hurt, but she has tape over her mouth and looks pretty scared. It looks like her waist and legs have been tied to the chair, but her hands are left open so that she can hold a baby in her arms. And on top of that, you recognize the 4 other people in this video as the 4 girls that you rescued in the very first episode. And just so you remember their names, it's the one on the far left is Erica Hammer. She was one of the first victims taken back in that episode. The one next to her is Lily Gale. She was the one way back then when you fought a animatronic in the pizza restaurant to try to save her, and she was taken. You see next to her, you met her quite a few times, Gloria Floyd. She was saved by Lennox at the hospital and also froze a pool, and her mother was Yuki Onna way back in a couple of episodes ago. And then the other one you know as Madison Shepard, and you saved her from the Phobos and Deimos and got her away from her abusive stepfather. Well, not stepfather, adoptive father.
Are we pulling up?
Yeah, you're pulling up. And so there's just kind of this video, like the camera is taken by this person and views all of the hostages, and you're able to get a pretty clear look of it. And the person turns the video back around to them so that the camera's right in their face and says, "Molly Steer, I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet. There's a bounty on all these people here, and there's a pretty big bounty on you. My name is Olivia Redmore. Now you're familiar with me. You can teleport to my location whenever you want, and we're going to fight this out, and I'm going to collect the bounty on you. And if you don't show up pretty soon, I'm going to kill every person in this room, starting with the little one. So get here quick." And then the video turns off. The video stops.
Oh, okay.
The computer doesn't explode or something. And so at this point, all of you guys have
I'll be shouting for Molly. Molly!
I'll poof to him.
Play the video.
Where the fuck are they?
You have a name. What's going
I play the video for him.
on? Okay.
Jesus, get me off this
Everyone's
one.
gathered on the video.
Gather around.
Because I don't remember word for word what I said, so no. Yeah.
He's
I know.
But yeah, you should give a shit out of character because that's Madison.
No, I know.
Yep.
You have a name. You teleport in there.
Well, I know all them. I can teleport to one of them.
Where's Laura?
Laura was not in the video.
Yeah, no, I mean, is she in the house?
You do have another hold.
Your mom.
Did I name her Laura?
Lauren.
Oh, Lauren. Okay, I was.
Yeah.
There's
no question mark. Where did it
You
go?
have a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
I guess what we could flavor it is if you're trying to figure out where Lauren went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can flavor it like that. So what you can tell from this place is that there was a pretty big struggle. You know that whoever was in this fight could definitely hold their own, based off of quite a few slash marks all over the place, and a lot of furniture is destroyed and just upturned. But also, like, you notice some pretty just strange things broken. Like, you just notice like a big old hole in the kitchen ceiling. And what you can tell from just observing this place is that there isn't any blood. So it doesn't seem like whoever was in this fight got all that hurt. But whoever was in it, both of the assailants have made it out unscathed. So what you can tell from that is that Lauren's just not here, but she wasn't hurt or taken.
So your mom's not here. But
Obviously.
she kicked somebody else's ass. But they're not here either.
I'm scanning the yards for the copies.
Okay, we'll wait on that. You guys want to keep talking?
Obviously, if I go in, it's 100% a trap,
Absolutely.
but I can't let.
Then those kids. And your brother. And your sister-in-law.
My nephew.
Your nephew.
You can't go
No.
You're gonna have anything about the interior of that place. Maybe it's at one of their houses. If they really
I would, out of character, I would know what their houses look like by this point,
Yeah,
and I would know that it's not anywhere.
it's not in anyone's house.
It's not any of their houses.
I'm gonna play the video.
Hmm.
Can I hear anything going on in the background?
What are the two prompts you used? Because that's gonna be really it for what you notice. But if you actually yes, you could read a bad situation on that video.
Nice.
I can ask any question I want.
Is this advanced move on 12 plus or is that just your strength plus?
Shit, it's only on 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have another 10 plus.
Okay. What's the best way in?
So, from what you can tell from this video, it's pretty limited because it mostly focuses on the victims that are there. And what you do see though when the camera turns around and she's pointing at it herself is that there is a couple of windows that you can go through that are pretty high up, and not really any treetops. It looks like there's not a lot of trees in the area that this place is at. But you are able to see a couple of windows. You do see a kind of hangar door, kind of thing. How do I describe it? Kind of not like a military hangar. I'm thinking a little bit more along the lines of like a big slidey door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big warehouse door. Yeah. There are these big pane windows. They're kind of they're not exactly like see-through, so to say. Like you'd be able to they kind of have that little tint to it. That
Translucent?
Kind of, translucent. Yeah, thank you. Translucent tint to it that you wouldn't be able to watch and observe, but it is a possible way in. And so you notice that there's a couple of ways in that. So you could come right through the front door. Molly could teleport in, or you could possibly get in through one of the windows. You do notice that one of the windows is right next to a very tall stack of crates that you might be able to sneak in from and climb down from. So your best way in is probably that if you're going to try to do stealth. Like I said, kind of. Well, I did say that there wasn't a lot of trees in the area from what you could see. You couldn't make out any trees. So.
You relaying this information to me?
Hold on.
What's your other holds?
2 more questions. Any damage you ever noticed?
What you did notice, you watching through the video, with your kind of keen eye and your observant eye, and also your knowledge of magic, is that you're able to notice that there was a couple of runes that were briefly shown. Like you weren't able to catch a full rune, but you wouldn't know that one of those symbols would be used as kind of like a little bit of a. I can think of a better word than a spawn target, where she would, like Molly, if some sort of creature did teleport in, would be immediately spawned to a certain spot. And what you could tell from that is that she wouldn't be able to really bamf around that room or go anywhere near that area without being sucked immediately back to that spot. Unless she physically moves herself out of the range of the thing, or you'd know. I'd say with the role you've gotten, and since you're familiar with it from just looking at thing, you could briefly look through a couple of spell books that you are immediately familiar with. Actually, no, you're not at the even so. So maybe not these exact things, but you do know that you have to be. Football field length is pretty appropriate. Quite a few of them are gagged. We noticed pretty much all of them had the standard rope and duct tape. A couple of them, actually, I'd say it's just rope and duct tape for most of them. You notice that Daniel didn't have duct tape over his mouth because he was plucked in the head pretty hard. And you notice that Daniel's girlfriend, whose name is
Leslie.
Leslie, thank you. Leslie has her hands, but is holding
Connor.
her nephew Connor. From those, yes, you asked best way in, dangers you haven't noticed, and best way to protect the victims. So, that you just asked about the rope. If you're asking like best way to protect them, well, you know that just I feel like this goes without saying is that you can go, like the best way to protect them is to actually show up, and this goes without saying, but like you have to beat this woman in a fight and probably kill her. You did not see anyone else in there.
You're relaying all of that information to me. Okay.
You see the ruins on the ground when you teleport in, you're gonna get sucked into that. You're not gonna be able to get back out. So you physically roll out of that, but she's not gonna let that happen.
By the way, quick thing before you forget, if you act on any of these answers, you get a +1 ongoing.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Please
So-
remember that because that's important.
How far away can I teleport without being affected?
All these people are in the room when you go to them, so you're gonna be stuck there as soon as you show up.
Can you teleport other people with you to that? Or?
Yes, but
I'm willing to go. Yes, I'm gonna put my earbud in.
I can try to carry 2, but like I said, I'm already not reliable with anyone else with me.
I'm gonna like, I'll run the other.
And you hear kind of like someone like jump in just from like the audio. You hear like a, as you hear like a Hamish, we lost you there for a bit.
Yeah.
I know we were saying our comms were silent, but we weren't hearing anything from you.
Yeah. Been busy.
Well, pretty lucky. We were about to call a hit squad in your area.
Yeah, don't do that. Yes, I know. I need a quick favor. Is there any warehouses in the area?
Give us a moment. We'll get back to you. Five and she relays the information over him. She's like, just give us a minute. We'll be back with you.
Yes.
Wait, that's an earpiece. Do we hear that the other side of the
You can hear what Hamish says, but he only hears it because of his werewolf hearing.
Okay.
You can't hear on the other end.
Okay. I'm gonna go look for my dog.
Oh, speaking of,
Wait, Molly. Can I go outside the house, or am I gonna get flung to the edge of the property?
You'll be fine.
Alright.
I'm gonna go with her and put some flares in my bag.
I'm whistling for my dog.
okay. So as you kind of observe this place, Lennox, you too. As you look around, you notice that your cat is not here.
I'm gonna
And,
go check the barn.
I keep forgetting you live here.
Wow. As you open the door, you see.
Yeah.
And Molly, as you check the barn, you see Butch's cows who have been completely left untouched, and they're just.
Jack!
One of them's like bouncing up and down.
Jack!
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay.
And as Cole whistles, you see the little German Shepherd, well, not little, but the German Shepherd poke his head around from the back of the barn where you were keeping him in.
Jack!
And the dog seems pretty nervous right now.
I don't let him sniff me.
And he sniffs you. And it's not like it melts away, but like he just sniffs you and knows that it's you. You're in the barn.
I'm gonna like pick up this huge dog and hold him like a baby.
Okay, yeah, you pick up the huge dog and hold him like a baby.
Yes.
Actually, roll plus stuff. No.
What's around us?
Yep. You know that this is Butch's favorite place to be at all times. You see a little area where Butch sleeps all the time. And do you keep his power armor in the barn, or do you keep it at your place? Yeah. Okay. But you do see, since I'm pretty sure Butch keeps this with him, his ungodly chainsaw
Yeah.
thing that he has.
The way I imagine it is that like there's like a paintball. He's just slept for the past 48 hours.
You guys look around and you don't find Butch there, so we're really gonna have to work out with Ryan. By the way, you notice that Hamish has never cleaned off this chainsaw thing, so it's just caked in certain meats.
No,
that you guys
he's
have.
at his place. I don't remember. He doesn't clean things.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna go put Jack in the nice and easy. I put Jack there. Ask people there to watch my dog.
Holding a body.
So
I see Jorge deterred by it in the Chick Chuckle store because it says Jorge, no enter.
Okay, so as you move back to this place, you see Todd, Sophie, and Tommy kind of lined up on this couch. You guys have a TV, right? Yeah, they're all watching TV on a very low volume. Sophie, poor Tommy looks so tired, and is just kind of curled up with Sophie, and like his head keeps nodding, and like his mom like looks like she's trying to get him to go to sleep, but it doesn't seem like he's going to. And as you get there, you see Sawyer and Jorge with this bathtub of body parts, and you see both of them have these masks over their face and big rubber gloves, and they actually drop it as soon as you bump into the place, and Jorge lets out a little scream as it tips over and a leg falls out of the thing, and goes shit, and it's like, oh, I thought you were gonna fucking kill us, like what? And you're just standing there with the dog. Like, what do you do as you are standing there with Jack?
The robot cat there.
The robot cat is still there on the counter.
I need y'all to guard this dog.
And then Sawyer just goes, yeah, I like dogs. And I'm not doing the Sawyer voice right now because my
His name is Jack. He's a sweet bean.
Yeah, and Sawyer gives him a little pet.
Everyone else in my life has been kidnapped right now, so if this dog is hurt or gone by the time I'm back, I'm gonna break something. And then I poof away.
I know you guys can't hear this, but as soon as you camp away, Jorge just kind of looks at Sawyer and goes, yeah, she's got issues. And,
Not wrong.
Sawyer sits the dog down and kind of near where the cat is at. And as soon as Sawyer sets down Jack immediately starts growling at the cat. And the cat looks at your dog and just goes, oh, fuck off, and lays its head back down. Colt, I would like you to read a bad situation.
There are 12 right behind.
That's Snake Eyes, my friend.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
So as you're whistling,
Hell yeah.
so as you're whistling, just a sec. So as you're whistling, it's been a while. You kind of expected something to happen at this point, but nothing is just really going on. Molly left, and you're just standing around there whistling. As immediately, like as you round the corner of this barn, a chupacabra immediately jumps up on you and has you flat on your back and is digging its teeth right into your arm. You're going to, and it feels like it's draining the blood out of your arm, and so you're going to take 2 harm from that attack. Like the way I describe it though is like even though that like your armor covers it, you're just still impressed by the force. Like it still bites in you and takes some blood and is like jerking your arm around.
I would like to use one of my
Right.
I would like to use my Speak with Monsters ability.
Oh. Okay.
Now I would like to growl at it and tell it to fuck off.
Okay, to do that, I would say you are gonna have to transform in your werewolf form.
Oh, really?
Because I don't think
The
you.
reason I took it was.
Well, if you're trying to establish dominance over another fellow dog,
Well, I'm not trying to sell donuts. I'm trying to tell the fuck off.
oh, you're trying to scare it away?
By being done.
Yeah, I'm more just trying to be mean.
Well, I guess, you know what, if you want to try to speak with monsters as Colt instead of...
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. This thing probably can't...
So I'm
You
telling-
can, I will say, you do growl at this thing, though, if that's what you want to do still. Or, yeah.
So I'm teleporting back to him because he's the last person I was talking to. So however long it takes for me to get there, I'll be right back.
I wouldn't say very long, because the moment pretty much you're pounced on and this dog is jerking you around, you notice that you have been kind of clever girled a little bit, as since you failed your read bad situation roll, as another chupacabra with his mouth drooling is getting ready just to chomp down on your face. As Molly, you appear and see that Colt is about to be ravaged by not just two, but a third one, which is also sneaking up behind Colt as he's struggling with this chupacabra on top of him.
I'm gonna cast the what time of day is it?
It's pretty late. Well, not super late. I'd say it's about, I guess we're about 11 when we stop. I'd say it's about like 1 in the morning.
How long does that light thing on my hammer last? Because I still have that on it.
Right. I would say since it was kind of taught to you and it was kind of mediocre spell, it's worn off at this point.
I'm gonna put that on my hammer and hit as many as I can.
Okay. Are you trying to? Quick question: are you trying to protect Colt, or are you just trying to hit these chupacabras?
Protect.
Okay. So roll protect someone.
Oh my god! 13. 13 to protect you, Colt. Woo! No, fuck, I lied. Hold on. That's 12. That's a 15. No.
Okay. So
No, but hey, it's 15.
Yeah, it's 15. It's still impressive. So you can choose an extra. You suffer a little harm from their attack, all in danger is not focused on you. You put harm on the enemy, or you hold them back.
I'm gonna hold him back so he can get up.
Okay, so you do this like a big sweeping motion with your sun hammer, as the one that is on top of Colt is knocked clean off of him, and the other two are back away to get away from the sunlight of your hammer as you take a big old swing at all of them. And they all kind of take this big old defensive position. Hamish, at this point, you've heard the ruckus and have made it out of the barn. What are you doing? A little flare. Okay, so immediately as soon as you light this flare, this is a magnesium flare. So to flavor this is a magnesium flare, and you're holding a.
I'm doing this.
It's still fucking bright.
I know. I'm looking away.
Yeah. So as you're doing that, by the way, is there just someone who knows? Is there a difference between a flare that you shoot and a flare that you hold handheld? Yeah, I think fundamentally there should be. There should be, but I wasn't exactly sure if you could shoot those kind of flares. Okay. How many flares did I say you had? 15. Not exactly. Do you want to like have handheld or have shot or just like maybe?
The ones
I guess you
I
could
had,
choose.
the ones that I had in the van were shot because I used those. So yeah, I'm alright with making it like 8, 10 set of shot.
Okay, that's good with me. Yeah. So Colt, you like this flare and are even though you look away from it, it's still fucking blinding. And Molly, you're nearby, and you have to kind of look away from it. And you see the you see the chupacabras immediately back off, and one of them looks like it gets roasted very, very badly, but not quite killed.
I'm like around the corner. Are there any backing up like towards my corner?
Okay, so I'd say that the way I flavored it is that it was around the corner. One of them is a little bit closer to you. You might be able to reach. However, two of them have backed around the other corner of the house. So, I mean, of the barn. So you wouldn't be able to reach them, but one you might be able to if you act quick enough.
The one that's close enough, I'm gonna stab it with the tracker.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's an extra pressure roll.
Right.
I'm gonna be a little hungry. I don't think I had
7.
7. So let's make successes.
We're all hungry. Why?
So,
Because
one minute, I didn't sync the tracker in pretty well, but you're good on, well, not your good on, but like your flesh and bone arm.
Fleshy on.
You kind of
Dehydrating.
as you grab onto it, the chupacabra immediately wheels around and sinks its teeth in your arm and starts sucking on some of your some of that good life juice in your arm. And yeah, and so yeah, you get a bite taken out of you, so you're gonna take 2 harm from that, but you do get the tracker into him. Okay. Did you? I wouldn't say that you quite had him on when you lit it, but you can put him on afterwards.
For sure not. Not like if I have on my belt or whatever it was, okay.
Alright, then I'm gonna show them, guys, I got a tracker and that's wide
Okay.
in my arm.
No. Now that I have my goggles on, I will attempt to put a tracker into the other one.
Okay, yeah. They backed away quite a bit, I will say, from your flare. So it's gonna be a little
Wanna
bit.
trade? I take. You hit the hammer.
The hammer.
What? Can you even hold that?
I would say it's kind of no, because the
Okay.
hammer is.
Okay, no, trade back.
Okay, so
Here, just take the tracker, you do it.
Can
I'll step back and let her.
yeah, it looks like they're getting ready to actually retreat. So you're gonna have to. What are you trying to do?
Stab it with the tracker?
Yeah, but like how you have to close quite a bit of distance between you because they've backed up quite a bit.
I'm gonna put my hammer away and teleport.
Okay, you're gonna try to teleport to them. I wouldn't say they're gonna try to avoid you hitting the tracker. So it's gonna be an action of pressure, not to teleport, but to hit them with the tracker when you get near them.
You sure wouldn't be plus tough to hit them?
It's gonna be an action of pressure for because it's not necessarily a damaging move.
That's 9.
Fine. Okay, yeah. So you stick the tracker in one of them, and it lets out a big old howl. But it still wheels around and takes a good old bite out of your calf in the same place you were bitten earlier when you were flying around.
Oh boy.
So that one kind of smarts, but it's 2 harm.
Okay.
And I don't think you've established that you had
I have.
your battle.
I said that I was keeping it on constantly.
Yeah. Okay. So
I have established that.
Okay. So yeah, you don't take any harm from that, but it still takes a bite, and you're almost knocked off your feet by the force of it as it kind of and like jerks your leg around. You almost lose your step, but you manage to stay up. And then both of the chupacabras, well, all 3 of them, fuck off as soon as you stick a tracker in them, and they don't like the rods. So
I'm gonna put away my hammer and hand the needly thing back.
I should have stuck my hand back. Oh, that fucking sucked.
Whatever I used to inject the tracker.
Oh, I just imagine them as like almost like a thermometer kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, real quick, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey. So far, a lot of fun, except for the fact that all my friends and family are being kidnapped, except for my dog.
Yeah.
What?
Colt's an asshole.
That's the only thing I care about. Like, Emily's my cousin, and then, yeah, Daniel's my cousin, and I haven't really met his girlfriend or child, whatever.
Where's one? What's down? You're waking up at 5 too? Work?
Yeah.
You go home really early?
Yeah, they got
I was gonna say, why are you letting got some trouble? You said you weren't there. So I kept so much. Here. I'm like.
No, I understand what you did. You're making it sound like a better.
You heard.
Let me go like that.
How am I like
This is who I am.
So, like this. Chain, stick, wrap it. That's it.
So we can have a better grip.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna get to the point where Jackie's gonna go, I want to put a gun on my chain, and so I can pull the trigger and swing it around my head and shoot everyone around me.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that actually is fucking rad.
That would be so
I don't know how the fuck you would pull the trigger at the same time while
I
you're
feel
swinging.
like it's probably happened.
It's happened in
Permission to
anime
use your microwave.
somewhere.
Absolutely, you do what a remote.
Yeah, no, you're not aiming.
I don't think you're
You're
aiming.
not aiming at all.
You are
You're just
spraying
spinning
and
it.
praying.
It's volume of fire.
Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have given you that idea.
You gotta spin it the opposite way of how the recoil goes, so it makes your chain even faster.
Yeah, no, that's what would happen is keep going faster and faster. Usually like a regular really gonna get like
It's an actual machine gun.
However, I can't give you a machine pistol that has like 50 rounds and it's fully automatic. So I mean, if you want to
No.
just ruin your fight.
Cost me $400,000
I
to
think
shoot this
like
gun
shooting
for
that many
6
bullets
seconds.
so wildly, like would cause them to ricochet and probably make yourself Swiss cheese.
Yeah, no, you'll probably hit your You must have put a
I gave him an idea, unfortunately.
No, I'm not gonna put my
I know, but
gun
that's
on
what
my
you were
chain.
saying.
Can
Yeah, can we put a gun on Andrews?
Are those the
I
diamond
mean,
cats?
I'm
Yes,
not
they
stopping
are. I
you
can
guys.
smell them.
Just now.
I was going to say no to that idea.
You're right.
Mine's the only chain in the whole
You have a
world.
robotic arm.
There's only
Stevie has a
one
lot of
chain.
chains. Stevie has a lot of chains, actually. Did you know his boots are actually made out of chains?
Chainmail boots.
Oh, is that why he's 8 feet tall? Because he's got like boots.
They're actually made of recycled.
It's short and
Get down.
That's powerful.
Imagine how fast
I do.
No, you don't.
I do!
I rolled a 13. I got it.
You know, I don't think you can say I do any more enthusiastically, not even at your wedding.
Like you say I'm gonna ball at your wedding, but you were pretty excited about flying a chain one
do.
time with me.
I do.
Oh, I just realized why you're playing.
Yes.
What's it name?
Mexican hat dance.
Oh,
It's appropriate.
Or as I Google it, that mariachi song.
All capital.
No, but this that mariachi song, Google's like, yeah, I got this. I like to imagine Google is like, you guys ever see those college humor videos?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes!
the guy. I like to imagine that, but instead of like a nice old man, like some like old grizzled like janitor, like, yeah, I got what you're looking for.
And then poor Bing is like, guys, use me, please.
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm so nice. I'm so helpful.
That guy who played Google in those clips is also in the Ted movies.
Is he?
Ted's boss.
Okay.
At like his first job, or, I think.
At the grocery store?
No, not at the grocery
He's like
store.
Isn't he like a? No, I mean of someone else.
I forget.
Because like,
I can barely remember Ted.
Basically, tells the man to go fuck himself.
But I don't think. But that's not him.
Slightly off topic, but back to kind of like search engines. Caitlin was looking something up on her computer today, and she had Bing open, and I was hardcore judging, not even gonna lie.
She had Bing. Oh, that's right. She uses Bing. I've seen that.
She
Oh,
opened
no.
Bing, and then she used Bing to Google
She's a
for
bloody
Google.
simp.
Next time she tries
Wait,
to set our table.
She
Next time
opened
she
Bing
has
and she searched for Google and then she searched for what she wanted.
No, that's not how you use Google. You use Bing to look for Google. That's how it works.
Next time she sits at our table, we have to be like, are you gonna use the right search engine or are you gonna find the right
Well, isn't there other search engines like is Yahoo's a search engine, right?
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Ask. It's still Ask Jeeves in my heart.
Ask.com.
It's Ask Jeeves
I
always.
used Ask.com when I was like, fifth grade.
I used Ask Jeeves when I was a child.
Or you guys could use the energy efficient version of Google called Blackle, yeah.
I used mine. What is that?
It's really Google with a black screen. That's pretty much it. It's supposed to like save energy, and it just makes you go like, why don't all websites just use a black screen? And it's like, oh yeah, you can't really read it all that well. And then you realize it's like, unless you use white text.
When did they
you realize
stop?
you're not really
There's a
saving any
search engine
energy
that, like,
unless
plants
like
a
you.
tree every time you ask it a question. There's a search engine that plants a tree every time you ask it a question. I can't remember what it's called.
Yes. I stopped using Ask in
I don't think it
2006
does, but that's like why they made it.
because they got rid of Jeeves. He was the best. I loved him when I was a small child.
Every time.
What's going on? We put two trackers on two different chupacapas.
Okay, I thought you wanted me to wait for you to get done.
Oh, I'm just asking these guys.
What's your tracker look like?
So mine is like, there's a little tube thing, right? And it's got a button on the end, and you put the tube on the chupacabra, and then you press the button in, and it injects the tracker underneath the skin. You just fucking just jam it into
Okay,
it.
because I
Which
imagine
seems
yours.
flips to how
This
our
is like a
technology
reverse
usually
IV.
goes.
This is like a reverse IV.
Yeah.
No, I imagine yours is
Ah. See, because that's how it usually is.
Apple Watch.
Amish has like a fucking 3D printer at his house, and I'm there using Lincoln Logs, and surprisingly getting the same results.
You just throw your phone at it and use the app, where's my phone?
Honestly, yeah.
Just throw your
It's
phone at it
just
and
fucking
catches
like,
it and eats it.
just like
like, alright, find my
it's
phone.
like in the Jurassic Park 3 where he eats the fucking phone, and then I keep calling my phone and listening for the sound.
That's what we're talking about.
Would you like to practice sometime?
I would.
Okay, because I do want to practice for my tournament.
This Saturday? Ooh, okay. I thought you meant after spring break. I mean, yeah, if I can find time, yeah. It's just that tomorrow is
By the way,
more,
just for future reference, I looked it up. It's Sanders.
and Friday I have to like
Sanders Estate.
mostly pack and probably do more homework. Maybe sometime like Friday afternoon.
So like you from like a really like in my head just like a fucked up Kentucky KFC Colonel Sanders.
I have to go to all.
But
of the
I gave him a
classes
Russian
tomorrow.
accent instead of a Southern
You have a
accent.
lot planned for improv tomorrow?
Yeah. Wait, for what? For the practice meeting? No.
Are we having a plan?
What?
Are we having a homework plan? Or
For what?
that's tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow's we're actually playing story time.
Okay, well, then I can borrow like 5 minutes to explain my movie voting.
Oh yeah, I mean you would do that anyways because
Hell yeah.
you know they're gonna have to deal with it.
Hell yeah.
That's what improv's about in my heart.
I just made a survey monkey,
Listening to Emily.
and here is the bracket because I put it all on one side because fuck it, it's easier. And these are the matchups they came up with. Those weren't randomly done though. Those matches
Fucking Aristocats.
it survived.
Why do people like that? Why is Princess and the Frog still on there?
It survived.
What did they get rid of? Scroll down. What did they get rid of?
Wait, what is this one for?
It's for improv. She's making a movie bracket.
Oh, can I be part of the bracket?
Well, yeah, you're an
You get a
improv
vote.
Oh, sweet. Well, I don't know what the bracket is. I mean, I should probably go to improv, but I've been busy.
No, we haven't explained it yet.
Okay. No, not really.
Got rid of
Well, actually,
Lion
yeah.
King instead of
I haven't
Aristocats.
been playing Fallout this week. So. That was this weekend. That was what I was doing this weekend.
We got rid of Tarzan instead of
Just got a new
Pocahontas.
one.
Tarzan is right there.
Oh, it's not on
Pocahontas
your-
is
it's not
right
on your
there.
list there.
These are
Tarzan's the coolest.
the ones that survived, and I crossed them out as I matched them up. So, the Aristocats, Brother Bear, The Emperor's New Groove, Tarzan, Lion King, Princess and the Frog, Pocahontas, Lilo and Stitch, Wall-E, Up, Inside Out, Coco, Incredibles, Monsters Inc., Bugs Life, and Toy Story. They seem very adamant on Bugs Life. I don't know why.
I'll say something.
That's okay. I love Brother Bear.
Brother Bear's great. Aristocats.
I've
Not
seen like
great.
none of these. Never
I mean,
I watched it as a kid, but it's kind of like
It's a lot more
the
racist
Brave
than you
Little
remember.
Toaster.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, Aristocats.
Is it because the Siamese cats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all know it's not going to make it to the semifinals. There's no way.
I swear to God.
You guys say that. And
You're
guys are
fired.
gonna end up-
We have a lot of babies in the group.
Yeah, you guys are gonna end up watching it.
Against all of this other shit,
Yeah.
I
You know,
swear to
it's
God,
almost never the one you expect.
if
This
it
sort of
beats
stuff.
up Wall-E, Inside Out,
Oh,
Coco,
that almost guarantees that it does. Like, if you
Lion
don't want it
King,
to,
Emperor's New Groove, Tarzan, Brother Bear, if it beats all of these, what the fuck?
I just remember, like, when I was like in my senior year of, I remember like my senior year, we were voting on like what shirt we wanted for this play I was in, and there was this really fucking ugly shirt. Like, it was just so nasty to look at, and like everyone was like, "Yeah, we'll vote for that." And I was like, "What the hell are you guys doing? Just like pick one with the basic logo." Like, so after that play, we had like, it looks like a moon that's like has its face half melting off, giving us a thumbs up.
I had the same thing happen to me in French Club High School, where all of the seniors wanted this shirt that said "Ce moment when you pense en deux langues at the same time," which means, you know, when you think of the same moment, think in two different languages at the same time. But, you know, in two different languages. We were like, that shirt's fucking cool. And then all the freshmen came in and
It was the freshmen who voted for the
and
stupid
voted
moon
for a
too.
fucking bulldog and a beret as the shirt for the French club. So then we created Honors French Club, which was the seniors and juniors, and we
That is
got
some-
our own shirt.
That is some salty shit that I love.
And the
That is
teacher was
great.
so behind it. She was like, "Yeah, they picked a shitty shirt."
Yeah, that's great.
Why a bulldog though?
French
Fucking
bulldog.
hell, yeah, I guess. I don't know. And then another year they picked a bike. A bike, Brian.
A bike? What's France about a bike?
Tour de
Tour de
France.
France.
Yeah, but isn't it American?
Well, yeah, he also has cancer. There's not a tumor on the shirt.
Oh,
Dylan, you can start whenever. Man.
Yeah, I'm just like, cook your mac and cheese, man.
Does anyone want to talk about Alvin and Chipmunks again?
No, we're moving on to
Absolutely leave.
Okay.
Also, Dylan.
Party Rocket,
So, like,
very end.
all in the picture.
I don't know.
What?
The picture you posted of Ryan,
Yeah.
you like got all of your notes in the picture.
Oh shit!
It's
No, 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 hold on, Dylan. Your handwriting saved you.
Thank God. Well, it's pretty much stuff that you guys know at this point. So, well, you'll be caught up here in a second if you weren't.
At this point, Gibby's just trying to stay awake, staring at the ceiling,
God, I
going
love
through
this.
the entire script of
B-movie.
quoting the B movie inside his head. I think of how he can improve it.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, the door opens and you see vampire. The vampire who took you says, "Kitty, come here."
Okay. Okay. Sorry, forgot your voice. That's a game.
By the way, so you get out of the bed and she beckons you to follow her, and you do, and she leads you into one of the bathrooms, which you also know has was kind of destroyed in the fight where with the turducken.
The bathroom.
The bathroom where it all happened, where
Yeah, well, so she can wait for an ass at me. I'm done pooping.
yeah. So she tells you to go inside the bathroom, and inside you see this very not immaculate, but it's just like a very nice suit folded on the count not folded, just like hung up for you, and she just tells you to clean yourself as quickly as you can and change into the suit, and then she just closes you off into the bathroom.
Does the suit look like it might fit me, or is it too
It looks like
small?
it'll fit you.
Is it too small yet? A little tight?
No, it's not tight because you're not fucking saying it.
I wash my pits and get into my tits.
Okay, it's a little small.
You're fucking like pant legs like
compliment.
Yeah, I suppose you weren't giving me any shoes, so if you're just wearing like old tennis shoes, that's what you're wearing. And so, you come out of the bathroom and you see what looks like another. Doesn't look like he's one of the other Well, he doesn't look like exactly like the way the other vampires do.
I might be able to infer this might be a troll.
That's what you'd be able to infer from this.
Can I study him?
Yeah, if you want to roll.
Quick glance.
Yeah, I'd say you could maybe roll investigate a mystery, but it probably won't be by the same rules. Okay. So what you can tell from that is that since he's not in kind of the very fancy attire that the rest of them are in, is that he is a thrall.
Just kind of see how he's acting. Is he just super vacant? Is he responding much?
It seems like he's been like it looks like he's very busy with this chore that he has to do. He's carrying these plates around the house. A couple, like it looks like he's collecting some dirty dishes. You see some of them, mostly goblets that are stained with dried blood on the insides of them. And you see him carrying them all as he walks past you. He does look a little familiar to you as well, but you aren't exactly sure where to put your finger on it. And so, as you walk out of the place, you see the vampire who brought you here tell you to come downstairs. And as you descend the stairs, you see the three vampires. Looks like they're just kind of chatting. The man of the group looks a little frustrated and seems to kind of be talking furiously as you descend the stairs. You aren't really quite able to make it out because it seems like they're talking in a different language that you're familiar with. It seems like it's like you wouldn't be able to pick it out from any other language that you've heard. It seems though like it has a little bit of an Eastern European twang to it, but you're not quite able to make out what. Well, you couldn't possibly make out what they're saying, or really pin down the language, but able to tell that that's where they're the dialect is from. And so they seem to have a conversation in front of you for quite a bit. You just kind of stand there with the expression that you've mastered at this point, which is kind of like. And they decide to take the conversation somewhere else, and they just beckon you to follow. And you follow with them, and you see this area that looks a lot different from the rest of the house because it seems like it has a lot of set up computers. Quite a few of them actually just running. A lot of them, some of them look a little bit older, while some of them look like brand new monitors. You see a couple of them just like running these lists, and looks like from what you can tell, one of them is just a big old map of Spectra, and with quite a few dots around them. And you see looks like bios on certain groups. You see you recognize one of them as from the brief look that you're able to as the silver knife, which they have detailed information about. And also you see this kind of, it looks a little bit like this family tree of sorts, but the closer you look at it, it's not a family tree. It's members of the Knights of Prometheus with their different monetary values on all of them. And you actually, you don't see that any of them have been crossed out or anything like that. It doesn't seem like any of the bounties have been collected so far. Okay. And so you hear them in their strange language. You hear them mention the name Morgan a couple of times. It stands out to you because it's the only thing that isn't.
Understand.
Yeah, that you can understand. And they kind of point furiously, and there's just an empty chair, and they just they're having this conversation that you're not quite able to make out. And in the frustration, the vampire that brought you there turns to you and tells you to, in English, to go and collect some of the dirty plates and dishes around the house and bring them to the sink and wash them. And so that's what they tell you to do.
I'll go do my chores.
Yeah, they kind of just decide you to go do some chores while you're away.
The chores.
And you are very good at getting blood off of stuff at this point. It's not even a roll, you just developed skills. And so, no, you don't. I said you don't even need to roll because you've gotten good at this at this point.
You got an 8 plus whatever. Plus cool.
Yeah, you get.
Actually, it was an act under pressure. Plus 3. Oh.
So 9, still a mixed success.
No, that would have been an 11.
Wait, what'd you get?
8 plus 3, 11.
Oh, okay. That's right, yeah. I thought you rolled a name. Well, what total? Okay. So yeah, you. I mean, you didn't have to roll for it, but you
You did really well.
you did really well. Still getting these dishes clean. You notice the one of the other thralls is with you, and is doing the same chore as you.
Was he trying to strike that conversation at all?
No.
Is anyone else around?
No.
Hello.
And yeah, he's just kind of.
You a thrall too? I am. I'm a thrall. Maybe not. This is thrall stuff. You like jazz? Nothing with the jazz? He doesn't like jazz?
He doesn't react to you at all.
He does
not.
It seems like he's in his own little world, and I want you to make a quick sharp roll. I just want to see what you roll for this.
14.
14. Okay. So you actually recognize the eyes of this person, and like you've been really like trying to figure out what this guy looks like to you, and like because it's just been in the back of your head, like this guy's like just very familiar to you, but like you know you've never met him in person, and but just as you look at his face and observe it, you notice some similarities of someone that you met quite a few times. He has a little bit of the same eyes as your friend Lennox.
Lennox.
Your battle companion Lennox. Your
Coworker.
Was it similar
Just a
eyes?
coworker, that's it.
What's similar?
like kind of a similar eyes
Okay.
as well as like kind of like a similar nose in
Okay.
the same way.
Like, would I be able to infer
Like
younger brother?
you'd be able to infer that based on his age and his appearance that he might be her father.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't respond to you. He actually gets done with scrubbing all. And he, in addition to like the plates and dishes, on top of that, he had a couple of it looks like bowls, like a dog bowl, and I was washing those out. And his this was all washed up and dried off. And you make a couple of comments at him, but he just walks away.
I'll just stay washing the other dishes.
Yeah, you finish washing your dishes, and since
And I'll dry them too.
yeah, you dry
Yeah,
them,
she did.
and you rolled an 11 on that shit, so you dry them good. They're fucking sparkling. Yeah, they were ready to go. And she didn't give you any other instructions, but you just kind of stand there and.
I'll just stand there. I like jazz. That was good. I like that.
Okay, we're gonna come back to you guys.
Genius.
So, you guys have trackers, and you guys have distinguished your different types of trackers into the.
Mine is bigger than yours.
Okay.
It's a meat wheel.
Yeah, no, mine goes in and then it's positioned
Is
on. Where are you?
Damn it.
But you have
I
to
should have
meet
got a
every
picture of you for your profile.
I didn't think of that.
Oh fuck! I forgot to turn on the tracker. I just stabbed him for nothing. Okay. No, you guys have your trackers turned on, and you are able to get their location as you see. Well, I guess how do you flavor your guys' trackers again? Like you got a heat thermometer and a big tube.
I'll pull up my wrist right here. I built this. It's my arm. This is a fucking apple.
Who gave you that?
I built
Secret
it.
friends.
Yeah. Give me that apple.
Yes.
So they know about all this stuff too.
a question. How do you charge yourself?
Well, that's
If
good.
that is the case, then
By the way, Linux and Molly, you are watching this.
space.
No, it's
I'm still looking for my
Hey, motherfuckers, we don't have time for this shit.
Instead it goes up my heart.
Y'all are heartless,
That was
bastards.
not
and let's discuss your body parts later.
So as you hear, okay, you all turn around and you see this young woman with very short hair and kind of and she says, "Okay, I realize I kind of dropped in on a little bit of a tense conversation right now."
Okay, what the fuck? No. Josh, what? Can you please restrain the young lady?
Okay. Before you restrain me, she pulls out her phone. She's like, "Listen, I have a message from your friend Gibby."
I grabbed the phone.
Stop shuckle.
I grabbed the phone.
Okay, what are you guys trying to do? I want to know what you're trying to do.
Me? I was going to see if I believe her.
Oh, okay. And,
Is she lying to me?
she has a message from Gibby.
She's not lying to us. She has a message from him.
Okay,
I play it. I grabbed the phone.
she grabs the phone. Okay, and she kind of just backs up like.
I'm not.
I want to know what the fuck is on this thing.
Hello. My name is Gibby the Jordan.
You don't have to talk like that, Gibby. Just give it. Listen, we have your friend, and
I am in no way being coerced to make this video.
Is he
I'm
lying?
not being forced in any way. Of course he is. This is the evil vampire lady's daughter. She is making me make this video.
I'm
trying to help you.
She is not my friend. She made that clear. But she's coming to talk to
She
you.
just has her hand on her forehead. It's like, listen.
Can I smile now? You told me I couldn't smile either. Can I
Well,
smile
no, I told
now?
you not to smile when you're pretending to be a thrall. Listen, we're at.
I'm also a thrall now.
You're not. You're pretending to be a thrall. Oh my god. And,
My name is Gibby.
you don't have to say your name. They know you, don't they? This is like the fifth take that we did.
Alright, so you're
It's
obviously
video.
trying to help.
Is that the end?
She just kind of like you hear like a. Is there more? I want to. If you say anything else, that's.
Well,
Continue. Okay, so you kind of hear a loud groan, like just like oh my god, as she turns it
The
off.
B movie wasn't that good.
And did you act in character? Did you say the B movie wasn't that good into the video? Okay. She says, "Listen, I don't know what that thing about the B movie was about. I don't know if that's like some special
Okay,
amongst you guys, but."
well,
Well, listen. Before you all start stabbing me,
he wasn't lying in the video.
And
Does
I'm
that work through electronics?
It just
yeah,
says
it did.
Does that work through hypnosis?
it should. Did you coerce him or force him in any way? Or
Well,
did
I
any.
did wake him up from his thrall, and right now he is at Sanders' mansion pretending to. Well, he's holding up his cover.
wait, Santa's mansion as in like the one in the other dimension? Santa's mansion?
Yeah, they brought it back to town.
Pause. Are you guys are you in any way connected to the other groups that are trying to hunt us down right now?
Well, yeah, my family's the one that started it.
Do you know where my friends and family are right now?
Well, if I got back to the computers, maybe.
Oh yeah.
It's still nighttime, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Actually, not a lot of time has passed since you guys have watched that video.
They have no way of knowing that you even watched it.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't really know the group. I mean, I know which groups are after you guys. I mean,
Can you give us their names?
Okay, hold on. So a teenage vampire goth comes into this farmhouse with a video of Chuckle, and we know that they can hypnotize and force people to say things. I'm not sure if I believe that the line thing works through hypnosis, and we are just going to literally trust her 100%, no questions asked.
I mean, I prefer it like that, but I do.
No,
see
I know
your
you
points.
would, but I
Hey.
would not.
Do you want to fuck us over in any way?
I just want to get my family. Well, I don't like them.
You want to kill your family?
Yeah.
Okay, so she wants to betray everyone that she loves, and we are just gonna take that at face value.
Well, I don't love them.
No, of course, you're dead. You can't feel that. But
You
it's a
remember-
figure of speech.
You remember the lying power thing I have?
Well, yes, but my question is if that works on Shuckle while he's hypnotizing the phone.
Well, she said that he's not hypnotized and she can't lie. Well, she can lie, but I wouldn't believe it.
Well, listen, I'm just trying not to get staked here to death. And all I want you, really, I'm just trying, well, I'm not trying to help you out of the good of my heart or anything, but,
No, you don't have to.
well, I mean, physically, yes, but I mean, I get what you're getting at. What I'm trying to do is just get you in there without getting slaughtered.
After your family's dead, what are your intentions towards us?
Take the money and run and get the hell out of your guys' way.
What money?
You're gonna take the bounty on all of us?
What
Cool.
money? What? Hold on. What money?
What do you mean, what money?
You said take the money and run, or is that also a figure of speech?
Well, there is actual money here at play. I mean, it's a pretty big bounty on all of you guys.
Oh, wait.
And
Your family is the one that put out the bounty. You're not just going after it.
right, yeah. If I can just take it after they're dead.
Wait, okay, so you want us to kill your parents, and then you're going
Well,
to
one of my parents.
Who's your other parent?
you're gonna kill your family, and then you're gonna skedaddle off into the sunset with $30 million.
Yep.
You understand how ridiculous that sounds?
Yeah, the
Sounds
more
great.
I thought about it, the more ridiculous it sounded. It sounded really good in my head at first, but as soon as I started bouncing off other people, not a great plan. But I've committed to it at this point.
How old
So
are you?
I'm 18.
No,
was
real.
18. Just because I'm immortal, I'm still pretty new at it.
Right. Once again, a teenager that we have met about 3 minutes ago. We don't know.
Immortal.
Gosh!
They want that.
Yeah, I agree. Legal adult and immortal for the most part.
No,
I do this to jest with Colt. You are still a teenager.
Okay.
How old are we all? Who's the youngest person here? Besides you. I'm 18.
I think
How old are you?
You have a list of all the ages,
I'm
right?
22. Molly's next at 24.
Okay. All I'm saying.
Okay, first of all, what's your name?
Morgan.
Morgan. Morgan?
Vesper.
Vesper.
Morgan Schmorgan. Didn't realize that was a common vampire name, but okay. Schmorgan. Schmorgula. Listen, I'm trying to make jokes to relieve the tension here. It's very tense. Okay, well,
I have so much tension wrapped in my chest.
Oh, yeah.
No, no.
yeah, and you hear, yeah, by the way, Five pulled up the location. It's Aerotech warehouse. Yeah, it's where they store a lot of airplane parts.
Okay, see.
When I sent you a text.
How about this? Maury here comes with us to the warehouse and proves herself by helping us break out Molly's family.
You also know my dad is like I care about it.
I think when Jasmine came by, well, not Jasmine's my mom. She took your cat. She's kind of petty.
One of the 3 things I care about.
Alright.
I wonder if vampires like you. There's not a ray of sunshine coming out of you.
Yes, you're whole entire family.
No,
Pure blood. By the way, the place has a couple of thralls around. They like to keep some. Well, Jasmine likes to make a couple of thralls and have them run the place. I mean, that's kind of why you need my help. I really should have led with this, but I can break people out of their thralls. Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't want to fuck us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my dad's not in the picture there at all, so pretty much avoid the thralls and the other vampires that are there. There's two older ones. They're pretty powerful. They're my grandparents. They're Kane and Catherine. So they'll be pretty tough to take down. But you guys just lock up the chupacabras. You wouldn't have to deal with them. The Jasmine might order the thralls to attack you, but they're all human, so. Well, right now they have one thrall they're working there, and of course they have Gibby, but he's not thralled like I stated before.
You said you woke Gibby from his thrallness. Why don't you just do it with everyone else?
Well, because they have to keep up the act, and I don't want to. You know,
when we get there,
if they attack you guys, I'll unthrall them in exchange for you guys not killing me when this is done.
Was she lying to me at any point during that?
No, it doesn't seem like it. She's been pretty truthful, and considering that she knows that you know that she can't lie to you. So.
Well, if anyone want to ask her any uncomfortable questions so I can tell if she's lying, so far she's being truthful.
I really don't like keeping thralls. They're really not my style. And that's truthful.
Have you killed anyone before?
Yeah.
Do you tend to kill people if we let you go?
Bad people.
Just because she's on does not mean that as she gets older, she's not going to turn into a blood-sucking little monster machine. That's granted. She cut one's head off when it was what, 6?
Yeah, you can't behead them and kill them. That's not how that works.
Anyways.
I would very much appreciate that.
Okay, so plan is we can lock up the chupacabras, which I think we should probably do stealthily. I can teleport one of you in that direction. Whoever wants to handle those chupacabras, I can take you with me.
Fucking I'll do it.
We'll do it.
Hold on.
Wait,
Give me your weapon for a hot second.
Wait, the
Chupacabras?
they're at the warehouse?
No, they're at
We
the
need to go to the
mansion.
warehouse. We need to get.
Right, you guys still have other assassins to deal with, so.
Are you gonna go fight chupacabras? Okay.
Okay, quick question. Who is this freaking bitch that's got all of Molly's friends?
Bitch.
Olivia Redmore.
Oh. That's a Valkyrie.
A what?
A what?
You know, like
Norse mythology.
yeah, Norse mythology, battle angel, essentially. She's, well, as far as I know, there isn't a lot of Valkyries around, but there's a couple of them left, and I guess she must have taken the Soldier of Fortune route. So you guys are gonna go get her before you go to the mansion?
Well, they said they're gonna off my friends and family pretty quickly after. So there's a time limit on this one.
Okay. Well, I can go back to the mansion and stall as much as I can. Make sure your friend Gibby doesn't get killed.
How can we get in contact with you?
Well, I'm giving my phone number.
Will they be watching that at all?
Well, they had me build all the tech stuff, so
Okay.
they really are going to be able to know that at least. By the way, so I don't have to give you a phone number. I just say she gives you a phone number and writes it down. 555-555-555.
Right.
Last number.
Last number. I'm trying to remember
Now
which ones
it's in different numbers. How embarrassing.
You think the other number could be 5?
No, that's it's gonna mix up. It's 5 upside down.
It's the backward Spanish question mark.
Alright. Miss Abundant, you go back and roll. We go get
I mean, you have those outcast guys after you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can fuck with their trackers. Why wouldn't they?
How are they tracking us?
Pull my fucking eye out. Why are they still tracking me?
Well, do you have any signals coming out of you? Any transmissions, like cell phone stuff?
Yeah. Do you have any transmission devices on you, Hamish?
Do you? I got a fucking cell phone.
What is this? In your ear.
So you're gonna go deal with this Olivia person?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I'm guessing that you're gonna want a full team operation on that because she's gonna be one tough bitch. So,
Any tips on Valkyries?
well, they don't have a, you know, they're not like a wooden stake kind of weakness. Blunt objects, sharp objects, bullets, that kind of stuff. If you pump a lot of them into them, they die. You know, they were humans pretty much, just beefed up quite a bit.
Out of character, I keep forgetting which one's the librarian and which one's the start. Is Jen the librarian, right?
Jen's the librarian, yep.
Okay. I call Jen. But how are we gonna get into contact with her if we don't have a cell phone?
I mean, I guess I could, but okay, great. I suppose it would be good to see how well you guys fight. So
I'll be back. I'm gonna teleport to you when I get back, and then I go teleport to Jen.
okay, you teleport to Jen.
Yeah, because I can't use my phone.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, you teleport back to the nice and easier as they're researching quite a bit. It looks like I almost called him Timmy. Tommy finally went to sleep as kind of still has a very vacant look on him as the rest of the as the Prometheans are all doing research at this time. Yeah. What?
Valkyrie, what do you know? I need to know Valkyries.
Just a sec. You mean like the Tom Cruise movie?
There's a
She can actually tell you quite a bit about Valkyries. She tells you that they start off mortal, and they're all women, of course, and they usually are Valkyries, as like in the context of this, are known to be chosen after feats of like heroic combat. So you would know that this Valkyrie probably has extensive military training and is a highly disciplined warrior. And but other than that, you know that they are sent after a lot of. They're essentially another group of monster hunters. But
Why are they hunting?
us?
Yeah. Like
Well-
all of my people in particular. What do they want with
Well,
me?
I don't really know about that. Why you in particular? But what I do know is that there isn't a lot of Valkyries left. You know, I'm guessing we've talked about this quite a bit enough that the Knights of Prometheus were wiped out. Well, that's Knights of Prometheus weren't exactly the only hunting groups that were wiped out at that time. We had a bit of a not formal, but not a lot of Valkyrie allies, and a lot of them were wiped out.
You say they started mortal and they turned immortal.
They're chosen.
Do well, do we got a wooden stake for these silver bullets?
No wooden stakes or silver bullets.
Just blunt.
They're just gonna be tough to kill. They're just tough.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, a lot of their. I mean, I was surprised that you weren't a Valkyrie when you told me. I mean, you're a demigod, right?
That's my knowledge.
Well, I mean, from what I can tell, they have a lot of similar abilities to you.
Oh boy.
Like they can teleport, fly. I'm not sure about the whole pocket dimension thing, but they can sure carry a lot of weapons. They're pretty strong and tough.
Great.
They don't have lightning, from what I can tell, but they do have big feathery wings. So maybe if you take those down, I mean they regenerate, but if you ground her, that might make her easier to kill.
Oh, they regenerate. How fast?
Not exactly sure.
Is it fast enough for me to be a problem for me?
Depends how quickly you cut, but they escape. If any damage to the wings that you do will probably be undone. And they can escape pretty easy.
There's a teleportation rune in there. I guess it's designed to make it so that I can't leave once I teleport in there. How fast would it be to modify a teleportation rune to trap specifically her type of teleportation?
Jen takes out a pen and paper and draws a little runic symbol for you, and gives it to you, and gives you a thing of chalk for you to use. She says, and then points at the piece of paper and just kind of shows you in very specific points of the circle that you can modify it so that no one can teleport out of there.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you'll have to be quick about it, and might not be able to draw it with while fighting her at the same time.
They have my family.
Well, you're bringing the rest of the team, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe one of them can do that so she can't get away. Okay, good luck. Do you need anything else? Colt has a whole bunch of weapons and stuff. Need it?
Tell me that I still have my stuff on me. I haven't dropped it yet. Okay, then I'll bounce back and get this. Anything else besides the flamethrower? Anything? Anyone want like some snacks from the upstairs? Cool. I bring a flamethrower and some snacks for Lennox. And a sword.
Did you get my sniper rifle?
Mhm.
Thanks.
Okay. So what did you all get for everyone? You got
Baseball bat?
Whatever they asked for.
Okay.
All
I
of my
want
shit.
all of your shit.
Yes.
Okay, you have all of your shit. Okay, I thought, did someone say a snack? Did you say a snack? Okay, what kind of snacks do you want? Snacks.
Whenever I've had them, they've been disappointing.
Okay.
Come over here, Cole. You want to listen to this? You realize that you are literally paying our destination every time. In fact, I'm going to start.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. By the way, you just saw Colt snap Josh's cell phone as he asked for it.
I'll leave it here.
Okay.
I will leave it here.
You-
Somebody
you have to
already
handle
broke
everything?
my phone.
Yeah. Sorry, there's two conversations going on right now. Let's handle Hamish this thing real quick. Bible, don't destroy the earbud, just turn it off. Bible and I are going to try to do what we can. He's come up with something that maybe can scramble your guys' signal. Right, good luck.
It's only my phone.
Yeah, I need to break my own.
Alright, hold on. Alright, so we're going to scramble over cell phones, so they can't track us through the cell phone.
No problem.
So Josh's cell phone has been split in half.
Split in twain.
I'll buy you one.
Is that a Samsung Galaxy S10? I think it's $2,000.
Is that the phone you have?
No. No, I have like a stupid flip phone.
You have a stupid flip phone?
It's a Nokia.
Oh, you split a Nokia, man.
No.
You had a gold.
Snake
Yeah, no, I say you split that thing. So yeah, Hamish told you guys that you don't have to turn off. We'll destroy your cell phones.
Hey, Josh. What? Here you go.
Oh, you're gonna kill my eye.
Well, you are in the area near where your eye's at.
Go through all the ditches.
And drive over.
Just trying to slowly along.
Until you see yourself.
Wait.
So what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
We're going.
Yeah,
We're going.
Okay.
Working Morgan.
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan.
Perfect.
Guten Morgan.
As we're driving by, do I see us pass by?
Oh, roll for sharp.
Molly wouldn't make puns though.
9. Okay, mixed success. So you wonder, you think you have a general idea of where you threw your eye out the window, and you stop it, and you actually see yourself and accidentally step on the eye when you get near it. It doesn't break. However, it does have a big old dirty smudge from your shoe that's on your eye.
How do you know this is not there? I don't know.
Toss it to you. Fucking break it.
Okay.
How about I throw it in my
Do you
pocket?
break that?
Hold on. Give.
No. Don't break it. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna trust me. He'll fucking break something.
Okay, you break the eye.
It explodes.
I'm gonna use my.
It explodes?
Yes. I'm kidding.
I don't know if you have that like rig to blow somehow. You tell me.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then I get to pick that out and
Is that
So
a
I
magic
watch this-
baseball bat?
By the way, just to clarify, so you're not worried about things exploding in your car, you guys pulled over and Hamish got out of the car, and I assume Colt did as well.
Okay, so do I watch him?
Like,
I guess I'll watch him beat me to death.
Yeah, you watch essentially, like from first person point of view, Colt smashing the shit out of your eye.
Also, for the record, I had to prove Hamish out of the place on my turn.
Okay, yeah.
So what happens?
Yeah.
Do I get thrown or do I have my stuff
I think you're stuck.
I made it like an impoppable bubble. So like the harder you try to push through, the harder it's gonna throw you back. So like if you were like, I mean, my farm's pretty big, but if you whoop whoop whoop. Thanks, I started.
Okay. So you guys,
Yes.
you know this is a Jeep. You're all kind of sandwiched in here a little bit. As Morgan kind of awkwardly, where did you make
or
this?
some shit?
No.
You don't even tell.
So can I?
Yeah.
Can I get you into a bat?
Oh, my dad can.
Not your mom?
Not my mom.
Oh, you don't.
It's okay. Wait,
No,
so,
it's
yeah.
not a risk.
Yeah, no.
how much food have you watched?
No, they took to a bat. That's not a pure blood thing, is it? Or is that
No, it's more of a Dracula thing.
Oh.
Wait. Against
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you said he's not in the picture, so we're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that, so. Yeah, I don't know how he can do that. He's just really
I'm
weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Surprising.
He's been seeing a lot of them.
Already.
He used to watch
What?
those God movies.
Oh.
I'm worried that he might be getting a little carried away.
What was he watching, Thomas?
He.
What is he, into vampires or something?
I just kept hearing that goddamn theme song on the TV every fucking morning, so I don't want to watch something else. And so we just went to the movie store and tried to figure out what was popular at the time. And lo and behold, it was 2007.
Wait, how long have you known Chuckle? Like, it's Jesus Christ.
I was 6 years old.
He was delivering pizzas and rescued you when he was 6?
I was also 8 feet tall at the time.
No. It was the Haitian toilet rat that rescued you.
Well, you gotta realize when it comes to vampires, it's how do I explain it? It's like you know how you guys marry for like life and stuff. Well, yeah, it's kind of like that. Not all the time.
Oh, so divorce. No.
Okay, I don't really care to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are there.
Damn, guys.
You guys are pretty close to the place. I don't know if you guys want to get out early or if you just want to drive right up to the door of this place. Or
Get out early.
so I kind of want to. What I guess I just want to know is what kind of just. Oh, right there, right in front of my face.
Yes.
Okay, Parker, I'm gonna erase this shit. Okay.
Who's good with runes? I asked the people that are with me. There's a way to prevent them from teleporting. I take out chalk, take out rune. If you make these changes to this rune that's already there,
Oh.
probably. You can't teleport into the nice and easy? Okay.
Okay, just a quick break.
Okay,
Yep,
because I was
okay.
like, didn't I
Okay, I was
already do
just like,
that?
did you make a specific reason for that? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it a whole bunch, and I was just like, oh.
So it is.
Corrupt insurance people.
Oh shit, I gotta erase my notes. It's actually jarring, guys.
That's only in line with
Hey, Lizzie, does Lennox's dad look like Nick Cage?
God no.
Well, you said you look like the girl from Sucker Punch, right? So I'm really hoping he doesn't look like that. I'm guessing. Oh no.
Look, can you meet the girl from Kick-Ass instead?
Which girl?
The little girl?
Why do you want
Well, I guess Lennox, since it is your father and your NPC, you do get to describe a bit more accurately what he looks like. Because I just kind of say he's older, has your eyes and nose.
What does this mean? I don't understand.
the poll results? That's what happened.
It's just
A
a really old
really old Sam Winchester. Okay. Well, I guess his hair. No, they probably would have kept his hair pretty prim and proper. Probably cut a little short. I can't even imagine Sam Winchester with short hair because that wasn't until like season. Okay, yeah, let's look back. Okay, yeah, okay.
I also like in this campaign, like all the people that we're choosing are all famous people.
Yeah.
The D&D campaign, all
Yeah. Well, it's hard to describe people.
Molly doesn't look like a famous person.
Guess who Winona Ryder looks like, but as a lizard.
Well, she's already a dragonborn, so like, and since she's a dragonborn, Mark Zuckerberg, he's a lizard person. What's the difference, really?
Well, don't people believe? Oh, God, what's his name? No, they think Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer. Never mind. I don't think that people like.
It's not even a belief.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
I
true.
also think that Ted Cruz also plays Kevin from The Office.
I mean, yeah.
You see that shit? Rally? Some guy holding up all pictures.
What? And you can tell he sees it, and it's the best part because he goes like, "Oh." Okay, so yeah, kind of clarify. I know this is a very crude map. These little dashes right here are windows. There is big crates and machinery throughout the place, but the one that I guess is really important to you, I mentioned this briefly to Colt when he was doing his investigative mystery, is that there's a stack of boxes that lead pretty much right up to the window right here, and there is a big kind of that hangar door I was talking about right here. You won't be able to open that and be exactly stealthy about it if you want to take the stealth route.
Are there any boxes
On the outside?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think there's any boxes on the outside that lead up to a window. Oh, I got lightning bolt? Sure, why not? Oh, it looks like the flash thing. Okay, cool. So these little bodies right here, those are the hostages. They're all in kind of a little bit of a neat row with a little gap with the room right there. Right here is Daniel, Leslie, and Connor, and then here are the 4 girls.
Is my mom there too?
You aren't there quite yet, so I'm just trying.
Like, was she in the video?
No.
Oh, okay.
So how do you guys want to approach this place? And that's just like cool from the layout. This is generally what you think it is. And looking out from the
window.
right there, one with the big box. But there's no boxes on the outside that lead to it. Yeah.
Well. Okay.
well, there's no easy weakness for a Valkyrie, so I guess we have to get in. Yeah, and the rest of us have to distract her while he's.
You teleport me in.
And the other rest, can you ask me? I
You
could.
just walk to the front door. They have a. I'm supposed to sneak.
How about we walk in and then you sneak in?
I mean, I can. You see Morgan. It's like I can teleport someone in, I guess, but I'm gonna probably go into the same room.
Yeah.
I'd rather not get shish kebab, but if you take out that rune, I can teleport people in and out, I guess.
What if
Is
we?
it just messing up the
We're
room?
trying to.
Well, you said you got that spell to mess it up, right?
Well, I'm
What is-
changing it into a room.
Okay, so I can't teleport out.
I was gonna say, if it's just messing it up, I can go fuck it up.
You got a weapon?
She just pulls up her fist. It's like really all I got. Punch hard.
Okay.
So, just for so DM knows, your plan is to teleport in with. Yeah, roll preparedness. Okay. Yeah, you have some smoke grenades. I think it's fair to say since you got all your weapons and armor that you need.
I take some smoke grenades.
I don't think I need them.
Yeah.
Here's what we do. We all take a window. We all throw the smoke grenade through the windows. You know, obscure to state of vision.
Yeah.
We just, you know, get in there, y'all fuck her up and fuck with the room.
Won't she just kill the children as soon as there's smoke?
And then if there's like smoke all in that room, are we gonna see her?
We might hit
We
them
accidentally
Yeah,
instead.
we might
fucking
accidentally hit
shoot
a kid.
her.
Yeah. Well, she did say something about the second that you show up, they're gonna fight.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you teleport in, and then we throw the smoke and come in, and then you fuck up the circle.
All right. Let's go.
Well,
Pretty tall. I'd say with the length of your chain, you would be able to connect it to one of the windows with the length of your chain.
I don't know. Might just walk through the front door. Okay.
Y'all got this settled? Should I bamf in?
Let us move to
Yeah, let's go to the windows.
windows first, because
I wait for them to go to the windows,
Okay.
and then I take out.
Just so you know, so you go up to the windows and you see one of them. They're not open by any means. You might be able to break through them, but you can tell that they aren't like flimsy windows. It's going to take some effort. You could climb up there with your chain if you hook it up there, but you still got to break the window. I don't think so.
You just
Toss them all
yeah, sure. All right.
in. Give you a bag.
Okay.
Okay, so are you going to try to shimmy up to the window?
Yeah.
Okay, just in one big roll, let's have you make an action under pressure roll.
The other three of us are gonna make our way to the door.
Yep.
I'm gonna bamf in.
Okay, let's solve
Well,
this thing first.
like I mean, like y'all are going to
okay.
make their way to the door. I am going to.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, what's your plus cool?
7.
7, yeah, so you just make it. The problem is the moment you do it, you hook up to the window and your chain, do you have your knife on it still? Okay. Your chain just hooks onto, like, it looks like some sort of latch on the window and just sinks in and holds steady. Problem is, though, it's smacked against the window very loudly. And yeah, so, yeah, you managed to hook it in there, and it was just very loud when you did it.
Do I hear that?
You hear it.
I'm gonna
All
tell
of you
him.
hear it.
I'm teleporting.
Okay, so you teleport on in, and of course you land right in the middle of this circle. You see quite a few of the hostages look up at you, and it looks like they're screaming with their eyes as you come in with, I'm assuming you have your full holy armor up.
Oh, it's been up this whole time, and I have my
Okay.
my.
Yeah, so you go in there with your hammer in hand and your electric wings sparking all over the place. A couple of the lights overhang explode and shower down sparks as you come in, raining a little bit of glass behind you as you come in. And you hear Leslie, who is holding Connor in arms very tightly, scream, "Just look out!" And I want you to make an act under pressure roll.
Oh, come on, guys.
Come on.
Oh no! Not good.
No matter what it is, it's a fail. Yeah. It's a 6 plus 3. It's a 6.
I know.
You might have a plus one.
I do not. I get experience.
You get. Well, you're gonna fucking learn from this. So as soon as you pop in with your very cool entrance and very showy entrance, you feel a very sharp sting in your back as you scream out, and your electricity from your wings is channeled into something in your back. And as you guys look in the window, you can see Molly has been impaled by a trident that is in her back and is somehow absorbing the energy of her wings into into the trident.
Remember
And
when
as
Molly
you-
had a trident?
And as you
It hasn't got to me yet, so.
as you scream out, you scream even more as it's yanked out of your back and flies back into a dark corner about right over here as it's just yanked out of you. And you're going to take. No, that's 20 hours.
You die.
You are going to take 5 harm from that attack.
She's not doing what, boys.
I'm unstable.
And you cannot use teleport or fly or any powers that require your electric wings.
Okay.
And as soon as that happens, what are you doing? As soon as you teleport. Yeah, you saw her get fucked up by this. Really quick. Okay, I want you to roll act under pressure. Just roll it. Just
You saw the place, not the grenades.
8.
8. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you throw the entire bag down, and you drop the one that you were trying to hold on to because you're still trying to hold yourself in the window frame as you're going through this, and you're about right here, so you kind of hop in. Yeah. You drop all the grenades and they start going off, but it seems to envelop Daniel and Leslie pretty quickly. So, I know there's markers on this, but I'm just so you're about right there. Molly, let's make it blue. Give you blue.
Blue, da ba dee da ba.
Actually, it's actually sorry. Let's make you
that's
guys all
hot.
the same color.
That's hot.
Rewind time.
Rewind time. What could be over there?
Maybe it's just a disembodied trident.
Just like I am waiting for orders. Okay, so you three grenades. What are the rest of you guys doing? Okay, so Lennox, you rush in. What weapon do you have out right now? Okay. So as you rush in with your gun drawn, is it just a pistol? 9mm. Okay, yeah, you go in there with your gun raised. You don't see anyone quite yet. You see a big cloud of smoke over here, and you see Molly clutch her back as she kneels down on this room, and blood is just oozing from her back, oozing all over the room. As you see the hostages squirm, and as you see a little bit of movement as soon as you come in. You come in about right here. You see. You see some movement out of the corner of your eye, and you train your gun on it, but then you immediately take your hand off the trigger as soon as you see Bob in the corner with a big old bloody wound on his head, just laying there and moving slightly, but he looks like he's pretty effed up.
Hell yeah, the return of Bob!
Return of Bob. No, he's not tied up. He's just he's still moving, but you see Bob pretty fucked up right there. A lot more than Daniel is tied to the chair. It looks like he was, like, it's not just a big old head wound. It looks like he had several slash marks all over his uniform, and is bleeding from quite a few places.
Finish the job.
Okay, so and it is pretty smoky in the area you're in right now, but you are able to find a way to Leslie and start untying her. Amish, what are you up to?
I'll come through the door and I'll go through the first thing that I see.
Okay. I guess you probably see the hostages here first.
Yeah, I'll start bringing hostages.
Okay. Just to. Okay. So you go over there. I want you two to make action and pressure rolls. Just see how quickly you can untie these guys.
That is fantastic.
Oh, that is hella
That is
fantastic.
13.
13. Okay, so you with the smoke, it's kind of hard to untie, but luckily for you, Leslie is not tied down as well as the others, and you're able to untie her pretty quickly. You, 13, I'd say that you are just like, do you have a knife? Okay. Sorry, so you said you had a knife, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just able to just quickly, and you manage to get down all 4 of these people untied. And you tell them something when they're untied?
I'll tell them, run over to the corner or down, just stay by the door.
Okay, and you see Morgan peeking around the corner. He's like, "You want me to like watch these guys, or you want me to get on the fight?"
Watch these guys.
Okay, cool. I prefer that. And so all of these guys.
Because that's all 4 of the girls, isn't it?
Yep. All right, and they're all out of there, and Morgan has them. So, Holt, you have to.
I'm running and trying to find that circle.
Okay, I'd say there's one. Yeah, okay, we have given that blue. You go in there, and you see Molly bleeding very badly from a back wound. She's just standing there because, like, I think that.
I thought you said I took a knee.
You took a knee, yeah. Right, you took a knee on that circle.
If you were to put it on a scale of 5 to 7 of how bad I was. Oh yeah. Pretty hurt. I only got one.
It's actually all on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day?
This is on Valentine's Day, my dudes. Very romantic. Okay, so I want you to roll plus sharp to see how well you fuck with this. What are you trying to do exactly again?
I'm trying to fix it the way she wants.
Okay. This will make it so that no one
Valentine's just past January. Wait a second.
Roll a
It
sharp.
was my birthday. We passed over it.
What was your birthday?
So you're
Now I'm
33.
What'd you roll?
We're all a year older. It's been a year.
Paul, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Okay, on a 9, it's going to take you a little bit of time to do this. But you get to work on that circle. It's going to probably be about your next turn.
My
Okay,
blood is getting in the way.
your blood actually is in the way of this move. Okay, so Molly, so you, after clutching your shoulder wound, managed to get back up to your feet and look around. And you make eye contact with someone in the corner right here who just bamps out of there. You see these big old black wings form, and it looks like she's about to charge you with a trident as she just all of a sudden teleports away and you take a swing, but she's gone the moment you would have connected with her.
I didn't say I was going to do that.
Well, here's what comes afterwards. She teleports, does the good old sneaky on you, and teleports right here. And I want you to, well, what do you do?
I didn't realize the Valkyrie were kidnapping innocent people nowadays. And I'm going to take a swing.
Okay, and she responds with, well, I got to pay the bills somehow, and take a swing.
Please.
I believe in you. Oh my god.
Oh, thank God. That's a 12.
Just let her witness she's broken.
Okay,
Yes,
so,
the part is a bit.
yeah, is that your next one?
No. That's my next thing to do is mark those advanced. I'm sorry. I haven't gotten around
Well,
to
so
it.
10 plus.
What are my...
How much harm does it do? Well, you can pick an extra effect for Kicks Mask.
Okay, where is Kix? This one. C times plus. Inflict terrible. I'm gonna inflict terrible harm.
Okay, so
they
4 harm?
suffer. Yes.
Okay, and so she was about to lunge into you with the trident, but saw that you were immediately going back with a hammer attack, and she tries to raise her trident to block it, but you smash straight through the steel of it, breaking the trident in half as you smack into her chest, and she staggers back with 2 pieces of trident, and still holding on to it though, and she brings in the pointy end of the trident and tries to bring it down back on you.
The fork end?
Fork end.
Oh, did she have range for that?
Range? Not as much. I say, since she's probably staggered back a little bit from your attack. I'd say that, wait, you have stun for yours, right?
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'd say that she was a little bit stunned by that. So she staggers back and is holding 2 pieces of trident in her hands. Josh, what you up to?
I have already swung in. I'm on the quick.
Yeah.
I would like to the dagger.
Okay. I want. Oh yeah, you're just able to attach it to your chain. Do you want to do something else with that on top of that?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say there was plenty going on while you were doing that. Okay. I think you are pretty high up. No, I'm not gonna make you roll action pressure for that. So you're just gonna go over there and whip her with the chain. I'd say you'd be able to hit her even if you don't get quite to her in the amount of time to run over there.
Eight.
8. Okay, so you two inflict harm on each other. Okay. How much harm does yours do?
3.
3? So I'm just going to that square thing real quick. Okay, so yeah, you're going to, you give 3 harm and you get 3 harm back.
1.
1, yep. Okay, so you guys watch as, are you just whipping the chain at her?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you watch as Josh fucking books it from the crates and runs over and takes the chain and just whips it at her, and it connects. But she's able to charge at him very quickly with her wings and stab her trident into him as well. Okay.
It's more like a very large fork now.
It's more like a very big fork at this point. Who did I have go next? I think I had Lennox. Yeah. Okay, Lennox. What did you up to?
Is Daniel untied yet?
No, you've just got Leslie untied, and you're still covered. By the way, to clarify, there's still like I should probably just draw a circle at this point. Say like this good portion is just smoke. It's really thick smoke too because there's a lot of smoke grenades. So your visibility is kind of low, but you would know that Daniel's not untied.
Yeah, I was untied.
Okay. Just make an active impression roll. See if you can untie him.
That's a
6. Experience. So as you and Leslie, as soon as she's freed, she runs off. You don't really see which direction she runs off because of the really thick smoke. But you try to move over to Daniel, and you trip over the chair that Leslie was sitting in and fall down to the ground. So, yeah. Oh, you. Go ahead, Hamish, go next.
Alright, which one is me again?
True. Well, you got all the girls, so I'd say you're about right here.
That one? Alright. And she's focused
Wait.
on...
Yeah, you're good. She's focused on Josh and Molly right now.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot her in the head with my
Okay. What's your attack for your magnum?
close, reload, loud, lightning.
Okay, yeah. So, what'd you roll?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Okay, on the 10 plus, not mark experience, so choose an extra effect.
I will suffer less harm.
Okay. So, you guys, especially you guys in the smoke, just hear this loud bang that briefly illuminates the smoke for you guys. But Hamish pretty much at point blank puts a gun to her and just shoots her, and you're trying to shoot her in the head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the 10, I'd say that it connects. She has a very Spartan-like helmet. It's not like glowing the way that yours is, Molly, but it looks like it's just like a legit helmet. Actually, no, it's not Spartan. It's
Norse.
Norse. It's like an actual like. It's not like a horned Vikings helmet, but it's like a.
Viking style.
It's like a legit historical Viking style. So yeah, it connects with that and makes a like it makes a very loud ricochet noise as it shoots up and actually explodes this window right next to Bob, and Bob is just huddled up and has glass rings down on him, but it doesn't stab into him or anything. And you do how much harm from that?
That does 3. Unless, like, there's also lightning, so I don't know if that does.
That you heard? No. It's just very fucking loud and I guess shocking.
Yay!
And that's 3 harm?
Yep, that's 3 harm.
Okay. And yeah, you take less harm. So she tries to make an attack at you, but you can tell that that hit kind of fucked her up. And she makes a swing at you, and it just barely scrapes you. I don't know how much armor you have, but if you're take less harm, right?
No armor.
Okay, you take 2 harm.
Skim, my dude.
Okay. Colt. I did say that doing the thing is probably going to take up your turn, so let's move back to Molly. Yeah, you have managed to secure the rooms, so she can't teleport. So if I do say she teleports, remind me that is a fucking lie.
Yeah, just that's staying on my back away from the fire.
Yeah, your hands are covered in Molly blood at this point because it was just oozing all over. Molly, what you doing?
I'm gonna try to hit her again. Oh my God.
Leave it through. Nice.
Okay. That's 7, so that'd be a 10.
10. Okay, 10 plus choose an extra effect.
Terrible harm.
Terrible harm. Okay, so you do 4 harm?
Yep.
Okay, and yeah, you take your hammer, and I'd say with a 10 plus, you have stun, right?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I realize I haven't been utilizing that as much. I'd say with a 10 plus, this stun is in effect, as you're not really able to course lightning through it, but you hit her fucking hard with it. I imagine it's a little bit like Tom and Jerry cartoon style.
I imagine it's like when I just like bong her head like a bell, like bong.
Yeah, it's like kind of just bong off of her helmet, and it makes like a little bit of a dong.
There's severe TBIs going on.
Yep, whatever that sound shit.
Oh no, sorry, that was traumatic brain injury.
Oh, okay. I just assume whenever mumbo jumbo comes out of your mouth, I assume you're talking about decibels and sound waves and shit.
Hey, it's fair. It's fair. It's fair.
It's really fair. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that fucking hurt. And
Ooh, I'm like.
Lennox. No, sorry, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you doing, boy? Yeah. All right. Well.
God damn. My goodness,
Okay. So you bring out your chain, and while she was pretty stunned from the hit to the head she took, she was ready for you to attack. And she actually grabs the chain that you threw at her and pulls you forward like this and brings you right into her dagger. Well, actually, it's not actually her trident at this point. It's like the part of the trident that Molly broke is still kind of a little bit kind of shaft, still like a pointy shaft. So you get impaled by her shaft. Oh god damn!
I get it.
I did not fucking hear that as soon as I said it. Oh god, okay. And God explodes. Okay, so. Okay.
All right, we have
So you're gonna take your health from that. One.
How are you gonna hit it? Alright.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Roll
yeah.
for penis damage.
Roll penis damage. And okay, Linux, what you doing? Okay. 10. Okay, yeah, you. Daniel looks pretty fucked up. He has a pretty big head wound, and you managed
That's
to
a
untie him.
TBI.
And it looks like though he's not really moving. As soon as you untie him, he's alive from what you can tell, but it looks like he doesn't really know what's going on. He's in really thick smoke and can't really tell what's happening, so he doesn't move after you untie him. I'd say, what'd you roll for your act under pressure? I'd say with your act under pressure with a 10, you would be able to carry him out with that roll, if that's what you want to do. Okay. So let's just erase that. Yeah. And yeah, you and Daniel get on out of there, and Leslie kind of waited around. She actually saw Bob on her way out and tried to help him with everything, but she has a baby in her arm. And so, okay, and she, as soon as she sees Daniel, she decides to get out of there with you. So you're about here, and as you exit the building, you see the girls and Morgan have not gone very far. They're just kind of waiting to see what happens, and Morgan kind of just goes, "Okay, now that you're here, do I keep babysitting? I don't want to fight, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here." Cool, I'll just stay here. And so, yeah, Lennox is with all the civilians and has gotten them to safety. So, Hamish.
I'd like to back out from her.
Okay. Like this part?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna find her again.
Okay. I'd still say you're in pretty close range, so make an attack.
7, 8, 9,
10. Okay. Extra effect. Okay. How much did that do for your house?
Yes.
Yeah, and so you shoot her, and it makes that really loud booming noise. She tries to throw the shaft of the remain of the trident, and it sinks into you. You're going to take 2 harm from that. By the way, are you unstable?
Yes, I am.
You're going to take an extra harm from that.
I'm gonna
Okay, so yeah, you're going to use that just to you see the spear coming for you, well, like the shaft, and you manage to move to the side, and it hits a wall behind you. By the way, who's all unstable right now? Okay.
I have not gotten hit since I've gone unstable.
Okay. Bolt, what you doing?
I'm gonna stand up and turn into a werewolf.
Oh, did you manage to
Okay,
get her?
and you turn into a werewolf. You said it was like Teen Wolf, right?
Yep.
Oh God.
I just look like a big teen wolf.
So you see Colt's shirt rip which it probably already was ripped at this point. So you already transformed. Yeah. So yeah, your clothes don't rip off as you transform into your werewolf form and get all fuzzy and hairy. Rue, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and tear this shit out.
Okay. Take some ass.
You don't get this stuff.
Warwick Ultras! Sure! Oh. So this is 10.
10.
You did it. You Warwick Ultra.
Choose an extra effect.
I will inflict terrible harm,
Okay.
and I will. So that is fuck. And I'm using the bite attack, as I always do. Yeah, I'm trying to find the mic thrall. So that's a. So because the claws of the beast, I already get a +1 to harm. So that's 5 harm from that bite.
5 harm. All right. By the way, she does get a hit you back, and as you are clawing into her, you feel a sharp pain in your chest and the burn of silver from her trident that she still has, and
She has more than 2 arms.
so you are going to take 4 harm from that.
4 harm.
And from that gnarly attack that Cole just unleashed on her, she looks pretty bad. And as she notices that all of her hostages has escaped, and that she is badly outnumbered, you can tell as her wings unfold, and nothing happens. And a little bit of fear grows on her face. She, however, does start to take flight as she flaps her wings. And this is a pretty tall warehouse. And,
You said
starts to
that
look-
we couldn't fly or anything.
The trident.
Okay, that's why I couldn't fly.
That's why you can fly, is because it.
Okay.
So she's. It's actually your turn.
Well.
She's bleeding profusely from this maul attack. Looks like she has several broken bones, and even like some of her wings look like they're pretty bad. She hasn't gotten very high yet.
I'm gonna whack her for all that I can.
All right.
And can I try to aim specific? Does it make it harder if I try to hit her for the wing?
No, I'd say she isn't quite up yet. You can do this pretty quickly.
Nice.
That's a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
I just want to smash her wing and take her to the ground.
Yeah, you smack into her wing and she does like a spin. She actually one of the wings just seems to like kind of doesn't unhinge exactly, but like it breaks completely and goes limp as she falls to the ground and actually lands on that wing and lets out a scream in pain as she's bleeding on this floor.
Don't go for innocent people.
She just coughs up blood and looks like she's about to try to stab you again.
Can I disarm her? Would that be a tough roll? What roll is
Are you going to kill her or are you going to disarm her? I'd say that she's gonna attack you with all she's got left. Okay, smash her in the head.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's barely off the floor, and you have a very able to get a lot of good momentum as you bring the hammer down right on her. And it's honestly, it's like when you take a baseball bat to a watermelon. It's her head.
So I didn't need to roll for that?
Oh, you rolled already for the kicks and ass. That was just
Okay.
on the same reply. Because she was still like confident in you. I get you wanted to monologue a little bit, well, get some dialogue and get a cool one-liner.
It wasn't a cool one-liner, but hey.
So, I'm not saying Molly isn't cool, but I'm saying Molly wouldn't hurt innocent.
Molly's charm is terrible, guys. She's not good at one. It's a -1, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, you just smash her and watch as her wings pull down on her. Blood leaks all over the floor.
I'm gonna go to Officer Bob.
I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna loot her, and then I'm gonna go check out Bob.
Okay. You make an act under pressure roll. You make a push sharp roll, and you make a push sharp roll.
Oh.
And we'll just go like this. So. Yep. 8. So you kind of try to focus. You're still pretty new to this power, and you're not. Yeah. So you try to undo it, and then realize that it's just not going. You're still in control, but you're just nothing's happening. You.
11. 11 to steal her shit.
as you start to loot her, you find the broken trident, of course.
Yep.
You find a couple of daggers on her. I'd say about 2.
I'm gonna take all that shit.
Pocket world. Pocket world.
That'd be so much fun. I still have.
There's fucking food in there. Isn't there?
Yeah, the granola bars and the water
So,
bottle.
alright. So how long have you had pocket world? Since like.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones I picked.
Molly, you found one more thing. So at her side, you see, and like it kind of looks like it's weirdly, like it's pretty short, but as you pull it out, it's like it looks like it's a small dagger, and as you start to pull it out, you realize that it's a lot longer than what the sheath would intend. As you pull, like it looks like a dagger, but as you start to pull it out, it's the full length of a long sword. As you pull out this long sword, and it has looks like ancient runes, very similar to the one right here. And you kind of feel a connection to this as you kind of move your hand along the hilt of the sword and press up against what looks like a switch, and the sword ignites in flame.
Oh, that's cool as shit. I'm gonna take that and the sheath. I'm gonna take all of her cool
and
shit.
as you bring it into the sheath, it looks like this sword you're able to like it kind of like shrinks as you put it into the sheath. So,
Yes.
so what you got there is a flaming sword. You have here's its stats. It's on your divine sheet, but
Oh, I see.
3
Okay.
harm, hand, fire, holy, and
Hell
add magic
yeah.
stat tag.
Oh, hell yes.
And you wanted to make sure Bob is okay?
Yeah,
Yep.
I rolled an 11.
11. Okay, you can tell that Bob got into one hell of a beatdown from this woman. He's not conscious. He has a big old gash on his head and several scars that are bleeding very badly on his body. He's still alive. I'm actually gonna text you something.
Was that roll?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
So after I loot her, I'm gonna like move over and glance around the room and see if I notice Bob.
Also, do I need to roll to make sure I don't pass out?
Oh my god.
Oh, is it you have to roll to make sure you're still standing, or is it
We'll
when you
get to
take
that in a
damage?
second. I just wanted to see what your action or pressure was. So, by the way, you're still unstable?
I am.
I am.
Are you gonna use that too?
He's been unstable.
Oof.
I'll get back to that in a moment, but
At this point, I should just change Josh's name from Josh to fucking
Well, actually, once the vampire stabilizes, you can
But I was able to heal my arm.
actually, fuck, no, I meant that to stabilize you. No, you're right. Sorry, that was my bad. You're stabilized, man. Yeah, you're stabilized.
Woohoo!
Through Messenger.
Okay.
I haven't written anything about that song yet.
Me neither. How'd you do that?
For French.
We have French homework to do still tonight.
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Alright. So, oh, geez, I didn't know that's how late it was getting. Okay, so, you guys, Molly loots the place. Colt is still in his werewolf form. Lennox, you have gotten everyone to safety, and Josh, you see that the coast is clear, and you stabilize Bob.
Yep.
And managed to shake him awake, and he's pretty groggy. Yeah, you,
Bandage him up as much as possible.
and
Is he safe to move?
Bob doesn't seem like it's kind of like a weird sort of consciousness. He's not really able to talk, but he's just kind of able to move a little bit and get to his feet. However, it looked like it took quite a bit of strain for him to do that.
I'm gonna like have him lean on me.
Yeah.
And
Between
yeah,
us.
you guys both take Bob bleeding all over you guys, but you're pretty bloody yourself.
Hell yeah.
As
I got some fork marks in my back.
and you got some big old fork marks in your back. And you guys lead Bob out of there. And Morgan is waiting for you guys and says, "Oh, so you did it!
Hey,
Yay!"
Also, I did take the credit as well. Just for the
Yeah.
record. Okay.
Yeah, and smoke kind of wafts out of the place as you guys all exit the warehouse.
Is everyone okay?
Uh,
Not dead.
Gibby.
Hold on, I want to test something, and I like pull my. As soon as I like, not in danger of shocking anyone, I'm gonna try to summon my wings.
Okay. As you try to do that, you're wounded pretty badly on your back.
But I
And
know
it kind of just burns to try to summon your wings. Is like the place where your shoulders where they originate from. It just kind of seems like it's hard to.
Oh god. But like, I can still try. It's just from the injuries.
The injuries might impede you if you do that. You're not in the circle anymore, and
Okay.
given some time, like probably after the end of the session, they'll probably work, but
Okay.
it might be dangerous to try to take it.
Okay.
You have a move for that?
Yeah, I think you have to move.
Use magic.
Oh, you can use magic.
Oh no, that's heal one harm. Cure disease or neutralize the poison.
You can use it to heal one harm with your magic.
No.
No, not to stabilize.
Alright.
That's a certain move. That's a move you have, right?
That's a move I have. That's a move that they
Alright.
have.
Did I
guess I'll
have
try to
it?
heal myself.
Yeah, I can do it, but I can. But I'm not good at cool.
Yeah. I will take a vial from my arm and inject myself with it.
Okay, roll plus weird. I take a glitch.
You heal one harm, but take two.
Well, I could not glitch, but you take one harm, and so it just does nothing. You feel a little bit better as you inject this vial into you, but let's do something weird. Yeah. Hamish, as you inject this vial, you just all of a sudden feel a little bit of a bubble in your chest, and let out a big old belch. And
Okay.
and as you try to say something again, you just burp again, and you just burp.
Nope, nope. Just burp.
Yeah, you guys see as Hamish injected himself with a mysterious fluid and then started burping profusely.
Oh,
I'm still trying not to be werewolf, but I would like
are you okay? Okay. Out of
I'm
character.
sorry.
Hold on. Out of
But-
character. Is anyone really good at cool?
I'm still unstable.
No, I haven't mind.
You good? Are you good at cool?
Like +1.
No,
I have a -1 of weird, so I think that stacks with my cool. Right?
What's your cool? Okay.
Not weird.
Bush is the only one that has any cool or charm.
What? I have so much charm.
Mundane has a lot of charm.
Cool.
Mundane.
Yeah. I have dribbling charm, man.
Just bathed in
I have charisma.
My
from
weird
my
is
ass,
+3
man.
though.
Yeah, literally.
And I think
My sharp is +3.
I think I'm gonna
Sharp
ask
is
someone.
+3?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why do you need sharp +3?
He's a smart cookie.
Tough to be +3?
My
He has
turn.
a feat from the monsters that he took that allows him to kick some ass with weird instead of tough.
Yeah. I have +3.
Weird +3.
My wind's +2.
you have everything +3?
I'm working on it.
I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed off.
Same. I'm capped at +2 for everything but tough.
Yeah, I can do it.
I guess except for those, except for the advanced.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I use magic to heal myself? 1.
Yeah, roll plus grade. Because I think we.
That's not
That's not good.
so that'd be a 5.
5. That's a fail.
Okay.
Mark experience.
Okay.
How much health do you have left?
I have 2.
2. Okay. You, as you try to heal yourself, you don't do the spell right at all because you do it in quite a bit of a rush to heal yourself. And as you try to heal yourself, it feels like the magic doesn't like being forced to do what you're trying to do, and it actually hurts your back wound even more.
Other harm?
1 harm.
Ignore armor?
Ignore armor.
Okay.
You gonna roll preparedness for rolls?
Yeah.
Guys?
Forget about you're making that roll.
I'm still a fucking wolf. I'm just trying to
7. You have it, but it's back at because that's where your farm is. Nicer and easier. So you guys are all standing around, and you notice that he's burping a lot. You're bleeding a lot.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I have 2. I only have 2
You're
arms.
fine. You're,
Okay, guys. Out of character, I have a healing potion. I have a healing
these two are
potion.
completely fine, just noticing the bleeding demigod, the burping mad scientist, and the teen wolf that's not a teenager.
Out of character, should I stabilize or take to get to health? Stabilize? I'm gonna throw back my potion that I was saving.
Yeah, sorry. So back with you.
3 things to plus 3.
Back with you. You are brought down to the kennels that all of the. You're not put in a cage. You're not in a cage. It's actually the dungeon. I don't know if you ever went there, but Molly was kept there for a little bit when she was paralyzed by a magic spell. And it seems like this place has been repurposed quite a bit to just be a place for kennels and all the chupacabras. As you get in there, you notice that there are like dozens of chupacabras in these kennels right now. You notice a lot of them are just empty and have looks like kind of like a little bit of like a hamster feeder that drips into a bowl. There's both his blood, all over the place, and it really stinks in this room. So as you brought down there,
I see any trackers on?
we'll push up.
Was he on meat thermometer? Experience.
Yeah.
2 1s.
2 1s, okay. Yeah, you don't notice anything about these chupacabras other than they stink. And you just kind of have been instructed to start taking the not bathing. Wait, were you saying like bathing your right here with the chupacabras?
Bathing the chupacabras.
Bathing the chupacabras. Well, now that you mention it, I suppose they call it a bloodbath. No, you've just been instructed to get into one of the cages.
Into one?
Yeah, and they just close you up in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're
Is it a small one or is it like a human-sized cage?
the chupacabra cages, while they are meant for like chupacabras, you're able to stand in it. It's like a big dog cage. It's not like you're all on your fours and.
Yeah, but he is 8 feet tall.
He's 8 feet tall, so your spine implodes because you're in such a small area because you're so tall.
I am fighting the shit. That killed me. I mean, there's gonna be a spine explosion.
I mean,
that's
what happens.
Pumping up blood to my organs.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're just in this cage, scanning. You see, there's 2 chupacabras on either side of you, and both of them kind of let out a little growl.
Not making eye contact, that's for damn sure.
And you notice something weird sticking out of one of the ones right next to you, but you have no idea what that is. You don't want to break your character right now, so. And so, sorry for giving you such a short scene, but you have been locked into a cage with all the chupacabras, and have never broken character once.
Then you roll charm for that at all?
You know what? Let's have you roll charm as you're being locked up in this cage. See if you can maintain your performance.
Oh yeah,
12, yeah. You are stone-faced, just and keeping that glaze look in your eye as you are locked up. And it seems like
Just running it over on repeat, just to calm myself.
just playing the B movie as a happy place. Okay, let's come back to you. Sorry. Okay, so you guys have saved all the hostages. I'm guessing you guys just want to bring them to the nicer and easier.
Yeah.
And by the way, you guys looking at your trackers, you have found the location. You're still a werewolf, so you it's kind of hard. You're still able to like pull out your tracker and go. Oh, okay. So grab yours. Oh.
Yes, I know.
I'm gonna ask the other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog barking and a burp at each other.
I'm gonna ask all the hostages. Have any of you guys seen my mom, Lauren?
Daniel kind of rubs his head and he says, I mean, we came by to say hello a little bit ago, but there's, that lady in there. And looked like the two of them were fighting. He kind of winces as he grabs his head. Oh, shit, Daniel was a voice in my dude. I didn't really see a lot when I went in there. I mean, I saw a bunch of wings, like all these black and white wings all over the place, and lots of fighting. But I don't know what happened to Mom. I just remember this lady grabbed us and brought us here and hit me really fucking hard over the head.
I thought she might be here, but I can't teleport to her right now. I'm pretty hurt.
I mean, do you want to come with us to this place that they're taking us?
Yeah, they have an infirmary there. Maybe I can get something there to heal a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you guys, Sue is perfectly fine and has nothing wrong.
I texted on my phone and handed it to Morgan.
Okay.
And said you should go home and for a bit.
Yeah, I can do that.
Did you just say words or verbatim?
No, I'm texting it on my phone.
Yeah, that's how he texted it. That's why he was sending it to me.
I'm just asking Morgan if he thinks it's time for her to go cover for us.
Okay, so what I can do for you guys, so you're gonna be okay. Are you gonna be okay to fight?
Me? No.
Yeah, you look pretty bad.
I'm not okay to fight. I'm gonna need anything.
Oh wait, I think as a werewolf we agree that you can't talk.
Yeah. Was that Jen talking?
Gork and Morgan.
Okay, yeah, no, actually I think it's more fun for you to have a wolf voice, so let's have you do a wolf voice. Okay, that's more fun.
We can ask Jen and Tristan when we get there.
Okay, I didn't understand the wolf voice. What did you
Yeah,
say?
I didn't understand it at all.
What's the Uptown voice?
Yeah, so you guys, this car will be way too jam-packed. Good.
I'll put Josh on my back.
I'm not like keeping my back to the thing. I'm like
We can have one half of the group stay here as you make 2 trips. We'll just,
That's
okay.
absurd.
You guys get 2 trips instead of having Josh surfboard the car. Okay.
He's on Cole's shoulders as he bounces around and is running. Just every time.
You know what? You guys look, you're still making 2 trips, but if you really want to give Josh a piggyback ride.
Yes!
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna make it sound like that. So it takes 2 trips, but you guys all make it back to the nicer and easier. And what did you say? What did Colt say that Jen?
We're gonna ask them for more healing potions or anything really. I'm gonna also ask the girls how they're doing on the way there.
Okay. Tristan. So, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. On your way there, the girls tell you that pretty much right after they texted you that they were all attacked by this woman who just came in the room, grabbed them quickly, and just overpowered them very quickly and tied them to chairs. And there wasn't much that they could really do about it. You see that that Loria is a little bit numb to this and just kind of shakes it off a little bit. But the rest of them,
Like in shock?
I wouldn't say shock. It's kind of just like indifferent a bit. Like she just kind of was numb to this situation. And the other ones, that shock is very present in them as they were pretty freaked out by being grabbed and threatened.
I'm gonna hug them and tell them to be careful with my back.
Okay, yeah. They hug you. Lily accidentally touches your bag and it stings, but you don't take any harm. And she just is sorry, as in blood, and she's just like, oh. Yeah. Oh, God, that's nasty. Okay. So, yeah, you get a hug, it stings, but it's a nice one.
Do you get that recorded?
Yes, that is on recording.
Gross. Stop with the fisting. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty gory.
Yeah. Why'd you? Oh, you sick fuck. Okay, so that is God telling you you're a sick bastard. Yeah. By the way, as you're sitting in the car, you start to speak out some words and you stop belching. I think we agreed Lou Ferrigno size. We said you're like a Lou Ferrigno. I think we established in levels of the Hulk of your werewolf is that you're like Lou Ferrigno, but as Teen Wolf.
Okay, but no, I'm like 6 foot like 7.
Yeah, you're pretty fucking big. Yeah. Are you riding in this car? Okay, so you take up pretty much a lot of the back seat as your head is against the roof of the car. You gotta sit a little bit sandwiched in there. And yeah, I'd say that Hamish, you're sharing the back seat with Colton, his big werewolf form, or Josh is. It doesn't matter. It's kind of like, since he has to lay like that, it's kind of like his face is like right in yours. It's all hairy. It's like if big Chewbacca's sitting on your shoulder. Yeah, you just sit there silent as your burps finally form into words. And so yeah, you did heal. You just burped a lot. And so yeah, you guys are back in nicer and easier. Everyone is the bunker of this place is getting pretty crowded with the amount of people in there. But Jorge and Sawyer have really they've melted the bodies. It seems like well, Tristan, by the way, from the roll I made, she only had time to make about one health potion because while they're very popular, they are very hard to make. And so she made one more health potion, and she gives it to you.
How do I use the infirmary?
That's a good one.
Infirmary? How do I use? Can I?
Sorry.
Okay. How do I use the infirmary? I don't know how to do it.
And you briefly hear with your werewolf ears, one of them go, you hear Sophie on the couch say to Todd, "That was a werewolf, huh?" Yeah. Jorge is a werewolf. Oh, shit. Oh, no, he didn't. He managed to keep his shit together. Didn't even realize that you had transformed.
Jorge.
Can I not be a werewolf?
Roll again. I think you've been it. Actually, no, you've been it quite enough. I think you've had enough time to calm down. Just you're not a werewolf anymore. You don't want to be. You still want to be a werewolf. Okay. Okay, yeah. So your roll and just I think the amount of time spent as a werewolf, you're fine. So you walked into the nice and easy as a werewolf and growling, but as you walk over to show Molly the infirmary, you shrink back down to regular Colt size. No.
Very elastic.
Mm-hmm. You got some Hulk pants. Hulk undies.
Can you help me at least patch up my back a little bit? I don't know if I can reach that shit.
So what did you say your infirmary looks like?
So it's got 2 beds in it. It doesn't really specify, but I would guess that it has quite enough medical to keep someone. It has an alternative. So it's supposed to have enough equipment to keep someone alive and functioning.
Wait, so is Bob in our basement now?
Did you bring Bob into the basement? So Bob is like in and out of consciousness at this point, and so you come in with Bob on your shoulder.
Should we take Bob into the infirmary? If he's still not fully conscious, I would try to take him with. Does he respond at all to like voices? Does he like recognize?
He kind of like it's like his eyes are just half open. He's just sitting there like kind of like this, and swaying a little bit as he's leaning up against Hamish. Where'd you take Bob?
Well, I'm in the infirmary. I'm gonna go heal.
Okay, so Bob is taking on one of the beds in the infirmary.
Yeah, the far away.
Yeah, so you lay up Bob there. He kind of groans in pain as you lift him up on there, but he's on there, and you kind of hook him in and get everything you need to stabilize him.
How much harm can I heal from being in the infirmary?
It usually heals people for you, but that's not the rest of the days. It's meant to be like it has some first aid stuff. Like I said,
It's not like the
Damn
healing
it.
pod in Dragon Ball Z.
Damn
Well,
it.
that also took time. So yeah, it's gonna take you time because he has silver wounds that he has yet to heal, and your wound is pretty gnarly. You're gonna be able to patch it up though. I'd say maybe if I don't know, Coulter, are you the one doing this? Helping Molly because Bob's gonna stabilize with time. If you want to try to stabilize her right now, I want you to roll plus sharp.
I'm stable. I just need help.
Okay, well, stabilize. You can maybe give her 2 health depending on your roll. 10. Okay, with that roll, you give Molly 2 health.
Sweet. Thanks, my dude. Now I'm at 2 harm. I only have 2.
I will say, even with the bandages though, it's going to be a little tricky to try to do teleportation stuff and flying.
I'm gonna go look for my dog.
Okay. Your dog, the cat is still here. And the cat is actually on top of the shelf with the dog just watching it and waiting patiently. And you look up at the cat up there and goes, "Hey, can you get rid of this dog?
I can't teleport right now. I'm sorry.
Good boy.
Can you talk to your dog?
What's your name?"
Frank. Now, can you get rid of the dog?"
And I'm like, "Jack, down.
And Jack immediately obeys you.
Jack off. Jack off."
You are a werewolf, but
Yeah, he probably wouldn't listen to you anyway, even if you could communicate. I'm gonna give Jack some
you
good.
transform.
No, that's
I'm gonna give Jack some good pets for being a good boy. All right.
Can I ask something of you? Can I use the oubliette quick? The oubliette. So no one else hears us. You can hear if you want.
what can you need to say if you can't say it?
Someone might be listening. That's not us.
This place is completely secure.
Is this place completely secure?
It's warded against any gun outside.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can you make something that modifies the memory? Like a potion or something?
What for?
I know,
And yeah, you go and help Bob. Are you guys getting ready? You have Colt. You look at the tracker, and so you know exactly where these chupacabras are. Oh, right. No more cell phone. Sorry. Okay. You still have your tracker though.
Yeah.
Mhm. So you have a location. You're ready to go. Morgan left a little bit ago to help prepare for you guys. And,
I'm helping Bob.
Are we going after him tonight, or are we gonna?
well, depending on how late you want to go.
I have to wake up. I'm having an exam at 9:30.
From what I get here, I guess we can say
Three-part!
we can make this a three-parter episode.
Holy
You
shit.
wanna off the rescue mission come out.
Oh, the French.
With that one, we might make a little mini mystery. In tangent with a big old boss fight. So.
Big old boss fight.
Hear it?
You okay?
This thing shocked me. You triggered our trap.
Evacuate my trap card.
Alright, sorry guys, you still aren't getting experience from
I'm
these.
sorry.
I love anyways.
Yeah. Making quite a bit of rolls though, so.
I mean, because I only got 2, 3.
I've only gotten 3 experience this round, but boy, did I earn those.
Oh yeah, you earned those.
Oh, yeah, I leveled up.
Boy, I did not.
Where?
Hey, can I go spar with the cat?
Oh, can I still borrow that? The Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy?
Oh, shit, you're right.
It's a great book.
We all need
I haven't read it yet.
one harm, right?
I won't spoil anything for you, but it's freaking great.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
We all heal for one harm, but it's.
Yeah, for next session, you guys heal for 1 harm, and so Alex is completely fine. Well, she's gonna be going up against her specialty pretty soon here, so she's gonna need to be at full strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Treat it nice. I asked you to do none of that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
There you go. It's all in my books.
Oh, shit.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
the first quite a bit of reading.
I think I've only read the first one.
It goes fast.
Oh yeah, it's still really fun reading.
Alright,
You might be able to think one.
and we done.